If you come at these Kings, you best not miss.
On time, boys, in the building tonight.
What y'all gonna do, man? Shout out to Gabe. Y'all know what it is. Look at y'all. Y'all don't even know what to do with y'allself right now. We not only on time, we showed up early.
We here.
Early.
Here. We beat the grace period. Shout out to Gabe, the Kings back, baby.
Yeah. What's good with y'all, man? How y'all feeling?
Oh, yeah, Gabe got a game this weekend.
He does.
Oh, y'all start that fast? Dang. Okay.
Yeah, look, man, the defending champions hit the field this week, man.
Yo, how do the champs not open up the
I know
UFL season? What does that mean?
I know. It's so disrespectful. It really is. I don't know why it's like that, but I mean, I'll be there in 2 weeks. Wale's going to be there. So we'll just take that. But it is disrespectful.
We saw some of your family members getting down on socials, man. It was quite the time, bro. I was taken aback by the festivities, man. Like they going hard for the defenders, man.
Yes, sir. Coming off a championship year, So I wanted to be there, but I couldn't make it. But no, they were lit though. They held it down.
Shout out to Ben Schmoder. I know he's out there watching this, man.
Shout out Ben.
It's always pushing that defenders pack. Always pushing that defenders pack.
Somebody just tagged you on Twitter or something too, like 30 minutes ago.
Shields up.
It's probably Ben, if I had to guess. Hey, it's good to see Rio cammed up again, man. Hey, welcome back.
I was just thinking that.
Welcome back. Good to see our brother, man.
Glad to be back, man. I'm glad. I was about to pull out me and Rico was about to be twinning. I was about to pull out my new Sean T Elite as well, man. I see everybody got their fire sale gear on.
Hey, look, man. They giving it away. Why not? Ed said, I'm gonna get one in every color, every number, every name. It don't matter.
Yeah. Wait, who is that? Who is that?
This is Jaden. So this is respectful.
Oh, okay. That's legit. That's legit. Yeah.
That ain't how.
Nah.
It ain't Deontay.
And out here collecting them like Pokemon, man. It don't matter what the name is on the back. I'm still wilding off that when Rio asked him, "Hey man, did you cop that Wentz?" He's like, "Man, nah, I
missed out on that one, bro." That was a crazy.
Think about not getting Wentz is crazy, bro. That's
man, I missed out.
That's not the emotion of missing out.
The B-Rob sold out. B-Rob just got signed.
Shout out to B-Rob. Hey, look, man.
He's the Algier replacement.
Ed, how'd you feel when you saw it?
I was happy for him. Seriously, no, I'm happy he's still in the NFL. He's got a job, man. I'm happy for him. He's still.
All he had to do was sign the cup, man. That's it. He wouldn't even be in Atlanta right now in phase 2 of free agency, barely getting a deal. All he had to do was sign the damn cup.
Hey, as a Robinson myself, I ain't mad at no Robinsons getting work. They got designer brand B-Rob and Temu B-Rob on the same backfield now. Shout out to Brian Keith, man.
Man, big shout out, man. Once again, man.
Yeah, double Robinson is going to be interesting in game. You got to pay attention to the jersey number.
B-Rob.
That's interesting.
B-Rob. I wonder what number he's wearing.
It's that's going to be interesting. Wasn't he a single digit? He was like 3 in San Francisco, right? Something like that. 3. Yeah, he can't get a single digit in Atlanta, man. He got to get 2 numbers.
They got to give him a powerful. He needs to wear like 35 or some shit.
No, hell no. Not Keelan. What was his name?
Keelan Williams.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
That's a B-Rob. Hey, Lou, they had that brother running back kicks last year. That's what he is.
Back, bro. They was like, we gonna get our money's worth. Damn it, we gonna get our money's worth.
Right.
That man said put a 35 on his back. Yikes. Mm-hmm. Oh man, that's nasty. All right, so a lot has changed, and a lot has stayed the same since we talked the last time. Yep. But the Commanders have been very active in the pro day circuit, which we would expect this time of the year. They have been out to LSU. Today, they were in full mass at the Ohio State Pro Day. Before we get into any of the draft talk, let's talk about some news that just came down maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. And that is that the Commanders will be hosting free agent corner, veteran corner, Akhello Witherspoon. What are your thoughts on that? Does this feel like a guy that you could ultimately see signing here? And does that signing make sense to you?
Yeah, I'll go first. He's a former 49er, no surprise. So he was there when Adam was in the building, personnel executive when he got drafted. He was a former 3rd-round pick, I believe. So he had one good year with San Fran, then went to Pittsburgh, then went to LA with Sean McVay. I had a couple of good years there. He had one season where he had like 3 picks and 14 pass deflections. He's 31, so he's like one of the few guys that's going to be over 30, because I think for the most part we signed guys that have been under the age of 30. But I don't mind this. I think he can still play. He can still give us some depth, because we have 3 NFL level corners on the roster. It's Amik, Mikey, and Trey. Other than that, it's like Carlin Vidgers is still on the roster, technically practice squad, 90-man roster, and then it's like Darius Rush. So we really only have 3 NFL levels. So he would be the 4th NFL skill level player on the roster. So just some depth there, replacing John Jones, Antonio Hamilton, even though Antonio Hamilton is a guy I would like to see come back, actually.
That's Ed's guy.
But no, Akhello's, and he's like 6'2". He's 6'2", got some length, some height to him, so he can run with guys. So ran like a 4.4 40-yard dash coming out. I know it was 10 years ago, because he came out in 2017.
It doesn't feel like Rio was like, bro,
10 years?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Right. I remember when we were talking about this man coming out of Colorado, like that felt like yesterday.
Him and Chidobe Awuzie and Tedrick Thompson or whatever his name is, like that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, bro, time flies, bro. Time absolutely flies. I can't believe that was 10 years ago, bro.
Yeah. Oh, last thing too. So, because I know people talk about Amik Robertson doing a good job against Justin Jefferson. Like Akhello did a good job against Justin Jefferson too in the playoff game when they blew out the Vikings 27-9 when Sam Darnold was the quarterback last year. He matched up with Justin Jefferson in that game. So we got 2 guys, because we play the Vikings again. I'm not calling these guys the Justin Jefferson stopper, but it's just something to look at that Akhello played pretty well against Justin Jefferson too.
We got 2 Justin Jefferson stoppers, Akhello and Amik.
Let's not do that.
Let's not.
We got the Kobe stop.
Right, about to say we about to turn him into Ruben Patterson and the Kobe stoppers. Let's not do that. We saw how that turned out for him. Yeah. We don't want to do that.
Ruben Patterson reference at the top of the show. We're in our prime right now.
But it's going to be Kyler Murray throwing him the ball, so they should be fine. Where we play them this year.
So for me, I would just say for me, it's the height. Like the height is the most important part here, because again, us not bringing back Jonathan Jones, and any of the other backup corners, no Benogany so far not brought back. We needed somebody with some height, because Mike Sainristil is 5'10" at best. Meek Robinson's with like 5'9", 5'10" at best. And then it's just Trey Amos. There's like a normal cornerback height. So we need some height here. I know Devontae Jones's scheme doesn't necessarily require height. That's more of like a Dan Quinn thing, but you need height in this league, and we don't have much of it. So I'm just happy that we brought somebody with some height and some length. And to Ed's point, he was really fast. It was 10 years ago. But, there's some speed there.
I know for me, perfectly, the height is definitely a point of emphasis. Y'all know what time it is, bro. We already handled the heavy lifting of the offseason. The 49ers culture loves old players. They could not wait to get. All right, I signed y'all a bunch of under 30-year-old players. AP gets the pull from not only a 31-year-old player, a player that he was a part of drafting during his time in San Francisco. He's only visiting. He's going to sign here. And we need him to sign here, but we keep having this conversation. There are 2 rooms that are butt naked right now. It's the because Nick is by himself in that room, and at corner we got 3 starters. We need some bodies to put there. You need some bodies in your off-season program. It makes sense. Akhello Witherspoon has been a solid to good corner for a good part of his career. I can't believe he's been in the league for 10 years, bro.
It has been 10 years, which is incredibly insane.
That said COVID accelerated time. I believe that.
That's I think it applies best in situations like this where you go like that's not real. Yeah, this was what I was expecting. I was expecting some sort of signing like this, right? This is the equivalent of, as Ed said, bringing back a Jonathan Jones had he still been available. Obviously, he signed with the Philadelphia Eagles. I felt like it was going to be a veteran. I felt like it was going to be somebody that had, some tread off the tires, which is good. We need some veteran experience. Like, what I didn't want this to be was Darius Rush. Right? I didn't want it to be what was the guy that was contact averse last year in the preseason that was undrafted for us?
Carlin Vigors.
Yeah, I didn't want it to be Carlin Vigors. Like,
I pray for him.
I wanted a veteran in there. That's what they're going to. There looks like, and I agree with you, Rio. I think he's going to absolutely sign here. This is not going to be like the situation where we brought in Jawan Jennings, if in fact that did happen. Can anybody confirm that he actually met with the Commanders?
I don't know if that happened. I think that would have been public.
Yeah, I think you would have been hearing from one of these type Mike Garafolo type guys. I don't know if that actually ever happened, but
I would imagine his side would want that information out here because that would help his leverage toward getting money.
Absolutely,
exactly.
I agree with that.
It's not going to be like the Kendrick Bourne visit. We're actually going to sign Akhello.
Yeah, I think he's going to end up being a Commander, and that gives the room, because I've been on record as saying we're absolutely drafting a cornerback this year in the draft. If no ifs, ands, or buts about it. One of those 6 picks is going to be a corner, and I'm adamant that one of the first two picks will be a corner. That's what it feels like to me. Yep. So getting a veteran here and then adding the rookie to round out that room feels like the way to go about it. Now you have veterans. You have a good mixture of veterans, young guys, guys in their prime, and then, a rookie.
Guys that have been there, done that. Matched up against Justin Jefferson, been feisty against some of the greats. Yeah.
So I think this is going to be a really good move. And again, it puts you in a position, like you said, Rio, a couple of rooms that were pretty much butt-ass naked. This puts you in a position where at cornerback, you're not as dire. Right. Something had to happen to make you feel a lot better about your cornerback, because you needed to add 2. At the point where we're at right now, you need to add at least 2. You get him, you add a draft pick, and boom, you've got all you need, right, at that position. So I like that move. Have you guys been keeping tabs on the top, as we transition back to the draft talk, the top 30 visits?
Yeah.
So these are the current confirmed top 30 visits for the Commanders right now. Mekhi Lemon, Romello Height, Mansour Delane, a.k.a. Has anybody checked him out? I'm going to check him out this weekend just to see, because I've heard he's got visits with at least 6 or 7 teams. He seems to be one of these hot names.
Athlete.
I want to know, is he an actual quarterback, or is he like that quarterback last year that the Raiders ended up drafting that ended up being turned into a running back?
Yeah, one of them athlete dudes.
Yeah. I got to find out about this guy. Is he actually a passer of the football, or is he an athlete that you're intrigued by that can do multiple things?
I believe it's the latter.
Yeah. Too many teams are interested in him, so you probably are right.
His rushing numbers aren't really like good. He had negative 26 rushing yards last year. So.
What's his athletic profile? What's his athletic profile? He got measurables.
I'm about to look it up, but I made a video.
If the rush numbers are that bad,
negative rush
he's an athlete.
Why are we bringing him in for a top 30? I've never heard of this nigga until I seen our top 30 list.
Yeah, I've seen his name. I've never heard of him either, but I've seen his name on other teams' visit list as well. So clearly, teams are intrigued by him as a late round undrafted quarterback. I've talked about this. We need a developmental quarterback this year. This makes sense. If he's actually a thrower of the football, this makes a ton of sense. Dalen Everett, Rico can speak to him. He just seems like a big game corner. Every time they were in a big game, he made a play, right? He always made an interception. It felt like in big games, and that feels right in that 3rd round range, right? That 71 overall 71. Range.
Yeah.
He feels like a guy that you can target there. So I think this one makes a ton of sense. I love Keontae Scott, man. He
best run stopping DB in the draft, dog.
That we've seen.
Bro. he just blew up their pro day too.
It's like Witherspoon, watching him play like a corner with the linebacker's mentality.
Yes. I likened him to my favorite player in the league, Jalen Petrie. Like, he's just in that nickel, and he's down around the line of scrimmage. Don't throw a wide receiver screen to his side, bro. We saw him crib one, right, in the playoff game versus Ohio State. I saw him blow one up against Notre Dame for a 3-4 yard loss. Like, he's just, man, this guy plays the game the way you want it. He's everything I wanted Mikey Sainristil to be in terms of how you use him and his athletic profile. But Mikey's not running a 4.33 or 4.38. You know what I mean? Mikey's movement skills don't look like Keontae Scott's. That I don't think he's going to be there at 71 though.
Bro, so. The Miami used to do that thing last year where it was like 3 defensive linemen on the left side of the center, and then it would just be Ruben Bain and Keontae Scott on the other side, and they would dare you to run the ball their way, and they would stop it somehow between Ruben Bain and Keontae Scott by themselves, guard, tackle, tight end, and found a way to stop the run. It's ridiculous.
Guys like him and Downs, those guys that play off that edge in front of tight ends, you can't block those dudes with tight ends in the run game. They just knife inside of those tight ends and get in the backfield, and next thing you know, they're at the legs and the feet of the running back. And that's how you get those stops on 3rd and 4th and 1. That safety comes down, knifes into the backfield, grabs his legs, and then everybody pushes him back. Keontae Scott's one of them dudes, man.
I don't know if I believe the juiced up 4.25 pro day 40, but he looks hella fast though.
I was going off of the 4.33, 4.38. Somewhere.
Yeah, I'm going off of that 4.25 tweet. Like I was like, all right, you know, they put ever since COVID, them pro days, they've been adding some extra special sauce to these 40s.
Ever since Jamin Davis pro day 40, I was like, I'm good.
Everybody ran 4.3 that year, bro.
Yeah, everybody. Everybody. And then Caden McDonald, this is to me the most surprising of the top 30 visits to this point because
he's a monster.
He is. He's the immovable object in the middle of this Ohio State defense,
which we admittingly do not have right now. Do we view Deron Payne, Tim Settle, or Javon Kinlaw as a pure double team eat-in nose tackle on a consistent basis?
Nope.
No, we don't. But are you in a position to add one?
That's the nuclear. That's the nuclear we traded back to the
absolutely it is
right there.
That is exactly to me. Keontae Scott and Caden McDonald are both trade back because to me Keontae Scott isn't available. And I saw you like kind of like I don't know, he might be there at 71. I saw your face, Rio, like hey, he might be there. I don't think he's going to be there at. If Mikey Sainristil and I don't know if anybody else was going to take him, but I think someone would have.
The who's going to be there at 71 game is the most fun game
it's the most excruciating game to play too because
we have no idea.
We have no clue who's going to be there at 71.
The first round sets the tone, and then there's a whole nother round in front of us.
Like, and you know the thing we love to do is he's not going to be there at 71, right?
Like we do that shit at 7. We're doing that at 7. 71 is a whole different.
7 is easy. It's easy to determine like who somebody's going to be there, bro.
Yeah, what range of guys? Like, there's a list of like 5 to 7 names we know.
That are
like
absolutely
going to be there.
Right, like 2 or 3 of them are going to absolutely be there.
Because you know what can mess this up? When they go on runs in the draft, a cornerback run, an edge run. There's going to be a run at some point from the 20s or in the second round, and players that go earlier than teams anticipate go off the board because they're like, shit, better get one now.
Yeah, exactly. We always do the thing where, it's a deep position in the draft. You don't have to get one early. Bullshit.
Big run.
Soon as teams start grabbing them, like, hey, better get them while supplies last. Hey, let me go ahead and get mine and stop
starting playing. Quality blank is about to run out by the end of the second round unless you get up in here, you know?
We did the same thing with running back. Remember how deep running back was last year? We didn't have a 4th round pick. I mean, a 3rd round pick. So we was like, better get one in the 2nd round. And people can say, well, it's a deep running back draft class. One should be there in the 4th round. By the time we got on the board in the 4th round, it wasn't shit left at running back, bro. That cupboard was bare, bro. They had taken all of the quality backs off the board. So,
and Keontae Scott-wise, I think the only reason he'll make it to 71 is because of his age. He's the same age as Nick Cross right now.
My man in the chat, my man Tommy said, I don't think there's going to be a run on center, guys. You never know.
There was that run on long snapper while we panicked and took Cam Treisman.
That's why we traded up.
We traded up.
Traded up.
We traded picks to go and get Cam Cheeseman.
So that means there could be a run on anything if there could be a run on damn long snappers, bro. Oh my God.
Look, man. Nothing's safe in the draft, bro. McDonald feels like a second round pick to me. So that has to be best case scenario. You trade back. Yep. So speaking of which, I wanted to have this conversation with y'all because I finally got into the draft pool, man. I'm finally here, fellas. I made it.
Hey, welcome. Welcome.
Hey,
finally, waiting on
you. I'm glad to be here, man. Took a while, but man, it was a couple of traffic jams that slowed me up a little bit, but I made it. The receiver position. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all can tell me how y'all feel. I don't believe there's a receiver worth taking at 7.
Agreed.
In this draft,
Tyson is the only one if it weren't for injuries.
And he got a little week before the draft special pro day situation happening on April 17th. But I think he's the only one because it's hard, even if the play is worth, it's hard to explain undersized slot receiver with the 7th pick of the draft. And I don't think with the defensive players that should be available or potentially Jeremiah Love that you could pick, because I was playing this game on stream earlier. You take Carnell Tate over who? And I was just curious as to who would you take Carnell Tate over in this class? Because it feels like we have genuine interest.
Yeah, I mean, they pulled that man aside. I don't know if y'all saw the photo.
As they should. They should.
They pulled that man aside.
Yeah, as they should. I would take Tate or Tyson at pick 7. I'd take either one.
You've been a Carnell Tate guy the entire process. I have to give you credit. You haven't backed down. You stood 10 toes down in that. So
yeah, he just plays like a coach's son. Usually the coach's son isn't that good, but he's like a good player that's a coach's son. He just does everything the right way, I feel like.
Is he good? You think he's gonna be? You think he projects to be a 1 day?
No, I don't think we. So the thing is, like, of course, we need at pick 7. You should be a 1,
and you can't say you should take him at 7, and then he's not a 1. Ed, you can't do that.
I can't take a 2 at 7.
You can't do that.
He's a high end number 2 to me. He's a high. He would probably be the best number 2 in the league.
So he's T. Higgins.
Yeah, and I would take T. Higgins at pick 7. He's not as good as T. Higgins, of course. He's just not as talented. He's just not. He doesn't have the talented physical traits.
Bro, he went where, the 2nd round?
Huh? Yeah, T. Higgins was a 2nd round pick. Yep.
But yeah, no, he does. And with Jaden, like
top of the 2nd round. I think he was like 33rd, literally the first pick in the 2nd round. Go ahead.
Yeah,
sorry.
Jaden would make him really good too. Like he's perfect for Jaden. He's a quarterback friendly player. He's a quarterback.
Oh, you saw him dribbling the basketball at the pro day.
Yeah,
that's very Jaden like.
Him and Jaden. Yeah. I like
he loved his Commanders interview. He loved his Commanders interview. Like he has the Commanders tag.
Yeah, I think they really like him too. He reminds me a lot of Terry, which is a problem for me.
Oh, the contested catch. People see contested catches, 17 in Ohio State. He's the second coming of Terry McLaurin. Listen, Terry was a 3rd round pick. I want people to remember that.
That's right.
It was a 3rd round pick, and he was not anticipated to being a full-time wide receiver. That was he was supposed to be Jeremy Reeves over this hoe. And then Jake Group said, hold on now, he's better than my top receiver. Let's put him on the offense. Put him on the offensive side.
Shout out to Jeremy Reeves for the contract too, though. Shout out to him.
And the wedding. And the wedding.
And the wedding. Adam Peters is there. But even with Tate, though, some people are comping him to Justin Jefferson. I think people forget.
That's crazy.
I've seen George Pickens. I've seen Devontae Smith. I've seen a lot of high-end comparisons for him.
Because people don't know what he is. That's why you see these range of players that don't relate in any way.
Jordan Tyson is more Devontae Adams than Carnell Tate is. Carnell Tate's not even close to any of those guys.
My thing is like, oh no, go ahead, Rico.
Go ahead, Rico.
I'll just with the Justin Jefferson thing too. People forget that that he was taken with 22nd overall, and even then, some people were like, that might be a reach. So that's why it's weird that Carnell Tate is getting like top 7, top 5 pick, projections, because Justin Jefferson, a lot of people thought he was a reach at 22, and then he ended up being arguably number 1 receiver in the NFL. And are we just hoping that Carnell Tate can be that? And again, at 7.
That draft was receiver crazy, man. What was Jefferson like, the 5th receiver? He went after Lamb, Rager, and the Alabama.
Yeah, I was about to say the Eagles fans still raging over them taking Jalen Rager over Justin
Ruggs,
Jefferson.
Judy. Yeah, it was the Alabama too.
It was all
Lamb.
the Bama boys.
Yep. Oh my gosh! But no one knows.
Getting the same thing. He's getting the same thing like Justin Jefferson too, where the guy you're playing with, your team around you, the receiver opposite of you, are you just a product of great players around you type of thing? So Tate has a lot of weird parallels to Justin Jefferson. I just don't think he plays like
yeah. And that's what I understood that part of Matt Miller saying Justin Jefferson, but I don't see, like, everyone talks about how like sharpened and defined his route running is. I don't see it. I didn't see it on air.
His route running against air was trash at his pro day.
Champ, bro. That shit was
good. He had some other routes that look good. He had some other routes that look good.
He was stumbling all over the place. I'm like, that route he just ran there. I was breaking it down on the stream, the little clips. I'm like, that's not a
shit out of deep
route.
ball. He run a non-route. He run the hell out the non-route.
Yeah,
and what
he's a strider. He's a strider.
What I don't want is designer De'Ami Brown in the first round. I don't want that. I want a clip. Last year, around the same pick, Tet McMillan went at number 8 to the Carolina Panthers. Is Tate better than Tet McMillan? If anyone thinks he is, please explain it to me how so.
And do it like I'm a 5-year-old. Explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
Well, he's way better than De'Ami. He can run way more.
Of course, yeah. But Tet is he Tet went 8 last year. Tet is bigger, stronger, faster, taller than him. He's taller than him. He's almost 20 pounds heavier than him. He's faster, and his I see Tet looks like a top 10 wide receiver. Tate has the profile of it, but he don't look like it on tape. Like, his highs look good, but other than beating you deep, how's he winning in the NFL? How's he winning when he gets pressed in the NFL? He didn't get pressed enough in college, so you can't say he didn't, but he didn't show up in the big games, and when teams pressed him, he disappeared at times. I wouldn't hate the pick, but he doesn't look like a top 7 pick of the draft to me, personally.
He had some good games. I remember him catching the ball on 2 guys against Texas where his helmet came on. I remember that. He made some big catches. So, I mean, he can play. But some of the routes look good. There were some other routes that did look fine at the pro day. He's going to be a really good player. He's quarterback friendly. He knows how to get open. Jaden likes to scramble a lot too. Like, he's very smart. He's very well coached. Another Brian Hartline product. Like, he would be the perfect number 2 for Terry. Like, instead of throwing the ball to Noah Brown, he'd be throwing the ball to Carnell Tate. And he's a contested.
He comes with a really nice floor. I think at 7, though, you're supposed to be taking a higher ceiling, but he does come with a good floor. Like, I agree that he would come in and be a very long-term, really good wide receiver 2 for us. He would be better than anybody Terry has played next to, but I still do feel like, 7 is a little too rich for me. He's a trade back candidate for me. But then, I mean, you're seeing people talk about him potentially going 5 to the Giants. He might not even be there at 7.
Giants, Browns,
and the Titans. There's multiple teams in the top 6 considering him. So clearly, he's worthy of this top 6 pick. Is it because of the reputation of Ohio State receivers and how they're killing it in the league? Because even in a crowded room, JSN and Emeka Egbuka, they had 1,000-yard seasons. They had double-digit touchdown seasons in crowded rooms too. So the same justifications they try to give for Carnell Tate, he didn't have a 1,000-yard season. He didn't have a 60-catch season. He didn't have a 10-touchdown season. I'm not trying to nitpick the prospect, but his shit didn't look the same as those guys at Ohio State.
Well, he had 700 receiving yards when Jeremiah Smith was there and Emeka Egbuka was there the year before. So he still put up some good numbers. He still put some as the third receiver. He put up 700 yards.
He's gonna be a decent NFL receiver, but I can say honestly, he's not what the last 4 or 5 Ohio State wide receivers that came out. And that's no knock on him. It's just those guys are better. He's not better than Garrett Wilson. He's not better than Chris Olave. He's not better than JSN. He's not better than Emeka Egbuka. He's not
Marv, none of them dudes.
He's not better than Marvin Harrison Jr. He's just not
coming out. Yep. Nope.
So, and that's okay.
And
what I'm telling you is, I'm not willing to spend the 7th pick on him for that reason.
This team might do it though.
As far as the wide receiver point too, as far as the tech comparison, remember, consensus is saying this draft is not the most talented draft over the past couple years. There's no quarterback, there's no none of that. So that's why Jeremiah Love is the number 1 on the big board. So Carnell, he's just falling in line where the board is at. Like, honestly, Jordan Tyson is the best one out of the top 3 guys, but you can't trust the injury history. So you get a guy in Carnell Tate who plays in a bunch of games, had a good year last year, this year. I mean, he's going to be the top receiver. And just like I said, he's just smart. His IQ doesn't drop passes, runs the right routes, well coached. He does everything the right way.
He's definitely one of the safest going to make it to a second contract and get some good money, guys.
Oh yeah, for sure.
My issue is that if you draft Carnell Tate at 7, then you did the thing that we said you didn't have to do. You drafted for need,
and you clearly
didn't draft BPA. And you can't convince me he's BPA. Not with the defensive talent that's going to be on the board. I'm sorry, you can't convince me he's BPA.
Them some different dudes, man. They some different type of cats, man.
They are.
Yeah, they could love this dude.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He is about to be a top 5 receiver in the league.
They could love him. It doesn't change the fact that he's not the best player available at 7. That doesn't change the way I feel. Like, they can love him, and I'm not telling them not to. I'm just telling you, you didn't draft BPA if you take Carnell Tate or any receiver for that matter at 7. You didn't draft BPA. You drafted for a need.
Caleb Downs.
You can't convince me of that. After the first round, when you sit down at the podium and talk to us and give us the rundown of why you did what you did, you can't tell me he was the best player. He might be the best player on your board. You can't tell me he was the best player on the board. So I'll be disappointed if they do that.
Would y'all take him over any of his teammates?
No.
Ed, would you take him
like
over
Sonny or Caleb?
Sonny, Caleb, or Reese? Would you take him over any of those guys?
The other.
Lorenzo, yeah.
Lorenzo style.
Lorenzo, yeah.
The reasoning why I would is because I hate to say the word safe, but you know what you're getting with him. You know he's going to have at least 2 1,000-yard seasons. He's going to pair very well Jaden. Jaden loves throwing the ball down the sideline. He's going to catch every ball that goes his way, every football. That would be my reason. I mean, he would come and fit like a glove with Jaden. Like I said, like when Jaden tried to force passes to Noah Brown, instead it would be going to Carnell Tate, who's perfect for a quarterback who can throw the ball down the sideline. So that would be my reasoning. But is he the best out of the Ohio State group? No, he's not. But sometimes I don't mind drafting for who's going to match best with your quarterback. That's just the way I would look at it. Mm-hmm. But if Jeremiah Love's there, obviously I'm taking Jeremiah Love. If David Bailey's there, obviously I'm taking David Bailey. But if those two are gone, then it's if they take Carnell Tate, I would be very happy. If those two are gone.
Would you take Delane? Would you take him over Delane?
That's a tough one, but yeah, I would. Okay. It's very close, but I would take Carnell Tate over Delane. But Delane's the 40 and all that. We need that bad, but we need both of them bad. But I would take Tate over Delane.
How about Bain?
Bain looked good with bending, getting down low like that. His pro day was really good too.
Whoa.
Yeah,
hey, look, man.
Whoa.
Talking about these draft prospects.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough when you talk about draft prospects.
It gets a little wonky, man.
It does.
Rio was getting in bed with receivers and stuff.
Yeah, I got in bed twice too. You know, I did it 2 different ways. I was wilding yesterday.
So, hey, it can get real crazy out here, man. Y'all be careful now. Be careful. And I'm the one delivering the message of all people. I shouldn't be telling nobody.
2026 a different year. Hey, I like
a different year. We moving different, right?
Ed is on the Carnell Tate hill.
Oh, look, his heels are dug in, bro. He's 10 toes down on Carnell Tate, bro.
If we draft him, he's gonna be the first one with the jersey.
I will
For sure. So now I gotta.
That is flex Ed too. So that makes so much sense when you really think about it. Flexing all of the bets and stuff, going safe with Carnell Tate. You don't want to waste a 7th round pick. I ain't mad at it.
I just want to help my quarterback. That's what I want to do.
Oh, I feel that.
I don't want to draft for need, but yeah, we gotta help this guy out, man. We gotta raise the talent level at wide receiver.
It is an ugly situation. It's really ugly.
And IU's not getting released until June, July. So,
all right. So I want to transition from wide receiver to another pro day that took place this week, and that was Miami and Ruben Bain. I've had a chance to watch Ruben Bain. I know you guys were well versed in the Ruben Bain spear way before I got there, but I had a chance to finally watch, and I wanted to see, like, because I've seen the photos of him bending. We talked about him bending that corner around those bags, and that shit is elite, right? That looks great.
It doesn't even look real.
Yeah, it's crazy how low he's able to get. And he's already built low to the ground. He already has a low center of gravity as is, and him being able to get even that much lower. The problem is I didn't see that in college. Like, did that move exist for him where he got that low? Because I never saw that. If I saw that, then I would feel some type of way like, man, there's always that move right there. And maybe he develops that at the next level. And that becomes, because if you're a shorter guy that can get that low with these 6'5", 6'6" tackles, it's hard for them to bend that low, right? Becomes a real issue for them blocking you around the edge if you've got the explosion. And he's got some quickness to him. But I didn't see it, y'all. Like, he's another guy that someone asked me, would I be disappointed if in the Commanders if they did fill in the blank? And I was like, there's not really a lot they can do to disappoint me at 7. I think taking a receiver, I wouldn't be like crushed. My soul wouldn't be crushed, but I would be like, you didn't take best player available. If you
took like, oh, okay.
All right, that's cool. I love it for Jaden, and I get why you did what you did, but you drafted for need if you did that. Ruben Bain would be, I think, a disappointment for me because, and it's just kind of the same premise for Carnell Tate. I feel like Carnell Tate, for all the reasons Ed said, Carnell Tate is a double. I don't want to double at 7. I'm swinging for a home run. Even if I miss, I'm swinging for the fences at 7. That's why I'm here. I didn't get to 7 to draft safe. Ruben Bain feels like you're hitting a double. I don't think he's going to be awful in this league. I don't think he's going to be a bust. But if you draft him at 7, I don't think he lives up to the hype of being the 7th overall pick.
That's force feeding your veggies right there. That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Are you guys okay with him at 7?
No.
Rico said no.
Absolutely not.
What about you, Ed? Are you okay with the team drafting Ruben Bain?
I'm not mad at Bain either, honestly. Like, he showed up in the biggest games, man. Like we talked about Texas Tech, where he blocked a kick with the short arms. Like, he literally went out there and blocked a kick. And like the offensive linemen were downplaying him and talking trash, and he showed up in some of the biggest games. So I'm not against it. I know it's not the sexy pick. It's not a flashy guy and all that. Doesn't have a lineup, a haircut, nothing like that. But like he's a dog. He's gonna come in and be like Dan Quinn says, a dog A competitor. Like he's going to be that. He's gonna stop the run. He's gonna get pressure. He's gonna have a 10-year career. Like you guys say, Brandon Graham. At the end of the day, he is going to have bookmark. He's gonna have a 10-year career in the NFL.
Is he a fit here though? Because Tate is a fit. Like, no matter how you feel about Tate, I'm taking Tate 7 times a week and twice on Sunday over Ruben. And I know Ruben Bain's a good football player, but I'm cool, man. Give me Tate over Bain.
Yeah, I would take Tate over Bain too, but I wouldn't be mad at it because he's going to pressure the quarterback. He's got strong hands. He's going to get pressure on the quarterback, and he's going to stop the run. He's good against the run too.
I feel like the argument in favor of Bain, even though I agree with y'all, I don't want him at 7. And I'll take Tate over Bain at 7. But the argument could be made that, he'll probably play that defensive end in the 3-4 role. And you could argue that he would bring the best out of Odafe Owe and Caleb Chazon, who would be on the outside shoulders of him, because they would have purely one-on-ones versus tackles and tight ends and be able to just purely get after the quarterback because he would set the edge and do all of the dirty work for them. So, there's that argument, but you don't get an assist player at 7. I think Ruben Bain can do things on his own as well, but my biggest appeal from him would be to see how well, Caleb Chazon and Odafe Owe play with. He's a force multiplier, but you don't necessarily take those at 7.
Nope.
Yeah, I can't see that as the maximizing of the 7th overall selection.
Nah.
So that takes me to the Ohio State Pro Day. Let's before we get to that one, because I think I feel like that's where the pick is going to come from, whether it's Carnell Tate, whether it's Sonny Styles, whether it's, Caleb Downs.
Yeah, to that point, we sent everybody. I mean,
everybody.
Yep.
GM, assistant GM, head coach, and offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. That's weird.
Everybody.
That's weird. That means something.
That's interesting, bro.
That is, you rarely see that kind of contingent going to a pro day. Like,
yeah,
they
coordinators usually like, just let me know how it went. I'll look at the clips. I've already seen the tape. They went there personally. Insane.
They went and they took everybody to the pro day. For those of you who missed out on that, this was from Ryan Fowler. He's all over this stuff. The top 30 visits, all of that good stuff. He's a really good source for a lot of this. Commanders GM, Adam Peters. We saw visual proof of Adam Peters, Lance Newmark, head coach Dan Quinn. And I believe I saw David Blau over there, the guy that was blocked by Carnell Tate's frame. I think that was David Blau on the other side of him over there. The only guy that I didn't see visual proof of, and I don't know if you guys saw a picture with Durante Jones there, I did not see him. But I think I saw every other guy that was supposed to be there in attendance. So they definitely sent their entire brass that matters to Ohio State for a reason. I don't think they did that just because. But before we get to that, another impactful pro day. This was a week full of big time pro days. LSU had their pro day, and their star corner, Mansour Delane, showcased his skills for the scouts and the personnel groups around the NFL. What's your takeaway for him? Remember, one of the knocks on him was supposed to be he wasn't going to time fast, right? He wasn't going to run super fast. He wasn't going to be super athletic, but he was going to be everything else. Then reportedly, and again, as Rio said, take it with a grain of salt. It's a pro day. He looked like he was scooting, though. I ain't going to lie. I watched the 40 from multiple angles, slow motion, overhead view from behind on the sides, everywhere that people had cameras. He was moving, bro.
It was definitely moving.
He was moving. So
it
I can
looked
believe
like a 4.38.
It looked like a sub.
And he did it twice. It's not like he just ran a 4.38 and was like, I'm done. Yeah. He like, I'll do it again just to make sure y'all know I am actually for real a 4.38 guy.
What are your thoughts on Mansour Delane? And would you be intrigued by him at 7 for the Commanders?
At this point, we might as well I'm going to keep a mental big board going because I have him over Tate and Bain for me personally. The way I view, because to Ed's point, there's not like a Khalil Mack level edge rusher in this draft. There's not like a Jamar Chase level receiver in this draft. So everybody's getting pushed up. That's why taking a low positional value position like running back or safety makes sense in this draft more than most others, because it's like, who else you going to get? You might as well just go for the best talent regardless of position at this point, because even the premium positions don't have like these potential future stars in it. So even to that point, the way I view these guys and when I stack them up, like who I like more than the other, who has the best chance to be top 5 or top 10 in their respective position in the league? I think Mansour Delane will be a better corner. Then Tate will be wide receiver. Then Ruben Bain will be edge rusher. If you're ranking them in the NFL, how many Pro Bowlers they'll go to, how many All Pros they'll receive, and things like that. He's kind of still a guy that I'm like, 7. I get it, and I would be happier than Tate and Ruben Bain, but I'll be like, maybe we could trade back a little bit, and he might still be there, type of thing. When in doubt, you miss out on him. There's still other corners you may want if you trade back. But I do really like Delane. I mean, if Trey Amos is your second best corner, you have an elite cornerback group, and that's some Derek Stingley, Kamari Lassiter type of stuff. You're just going to take a strength of which might be your defense this year and make it even stronger after the 180 we did with the whole front 7.
His tape this year is so damn good. No receiver caught 2 passes on him. He didn't give up the first down. He didn't give up but 14 catches all season. This is like video game shit that he did in 2025. And we don't have that. Like he's the alpha. He walks in your best corner day one. He's from the area. He's from Silver Spring, Maryland. He got a brother that's about to play for Ohio State too. So they got it in the family. They do this. And he went out and confirmed it. maybe he's 4.40. Maybe he's 4.38. He's a lot faster than people anticipated. I'm one of those people. I was thinking closer to 4.5, but he looks plenty fast enough on tape. My whole motto has been, it's going to be a Buckeye, Bain, or Delane. But I want to put Delane ahead of Bain when I say that, because I would much rather have Mansour Delane than Ruben Bain. But he's a dog. I would love to have him here. I just think that there's going to be a Buckeye defender that we can't say no to on the board, including their safety, another position that is devalued at that spot, Caleb Downs.
Oh, and also to add to the Mansour Delane, I forgot the guy's name, but he brought up a stat that was like the past few years, the best corners at coverage and actually getting pressure on the quarterback when they blitz. It was like Devon Witherspoon and like two other corners and Mansour Delane. So Durante Jones would like that, because with a blitz heavy scheme, you can ask him to cover the best receiver. And when you also ask him to go after the quarterback on your random complicated blitzes to throw off the offense, he's one of the guys that actually gets home. He's not just running around the backfield, seamlessly, aimlessly just doing whatever. He's actually getting to the quarterback very quickly.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind him at 7 at all. The only knock on him is that he was at Virginia Tech and then he decided to leave and go to LSU. But it is what it is.
That's not a knock, and just was disappointed.
It's all good. But yeah, no, I mean, like the stats brought up, he gave up 0 touchdowns on the season, which is insane. He also had 0 penalties, which is really hard to do because a lot of guys coming out, they usually grab you and whatnot. But yeah, no, he played really disciplined and was able to, he's very patient too. And he was just running with guys.
That's what I love.
You see the foot speed, the 4.3 40-yard dash, but yeah, like he only gave up 14 catches. Like Rio said, like 1 or 2 first downs the whole season. And this is in the SEC as well, against really, really good competition, really good receivers. So no, I would be fine with him at pick 7. I would not be mad at all. And you have Trey Amos and Mansour on the outside, like that would be one of the better cornerback duos we've had in the franchise for a little while that I can think of.
Without question. And he'd automatically become our best corner too. Because I've always felt like
one last thing. He does take the ball away because he had 2 picks this year. And he had 4 picks at Virginia Tech. So he does take the ball away too.
Hey, and Jermod McCoy may shake up the draft. He posted a workout video. He'll be at the Tennessee Pro Day. You haven't seen him since the 2024 season. So if he's healthy, he's spry, and he's looking still like he's moving like 2024 McCoy, that could make the first round interesting.
He's the Jordan Tyson of the corners, because he was the best corner in the entire country in 2024.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting because I think the teams are going to have to reconcile in their brain that this man hasn't played football in over a year. And that's
a good
tough.
Team about to get him where they should have never have gotten him. We're going to look back 2 years from now and like, why did we let that team get Jamal?
He could easily end up a Philadelphia Eagle.
Oh, no, man. Please, please.
Or a Dallas Cowboy. They could desperately use a guy
they're going to get him at 20. They get him with the second pick. Hey, Dallas about to double dip and have – be prepared for Dallas to have 2 fire picks in the first round coming up.
Man.
So that just like kind of mentally prepare yourself for something like that, because he could easily end up there or in Philadelphia where they desperately need cornerback help. And pair him with a guy that's already one of the best corners in football as is. You know what I mean? Quinyon Mitchell. So like,
they got Woolen just because.
Yeah, just because on a 1-year deal, prove it type shit. So yeah, it could get really dark outside quick in Philadelphia if or Dallas for that matter, if they are able to get a talent like that, because, I think teams are going to have to reconcile in their brain about him coming off that injury, and that's going to allow him to fall to somebody more likely than not. But yeah, he would automatically become our best corner, because I've always seen Trey Amos as a high level 2. I never felt like he was a legit 1, and he really don't want to tackle for real. Love Trey Amos.
We saw him get bullied last year, man.
He really don't want to tackle for real. So you need a dog. If you're talking about a number 1 corner, you need a dog out there, and Delane checks that box. So I would be thrilled if he was the pick at 7. But it feels like it's going to be one of these Ohio State guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through a couple of videos. Like I talked about some of these guys. We see some clips that are floating around social media or whatnot. Like, take a look at this Arvell Reese clip real quick of him running. This doesn't look like Reuben Bain. That's for damn sure. Running around these bags, right? Let's take a look at this real quick. So this doesn't look like he tiptoe. Tippy.
They said it looked like he's paintballing. Like
tippy, tiptoe.
He do look like he paintball. Oh my God, that's perfect. That is spot on. Holy shit.
Tiptoeing around these bags.
That's really good.
Tiptoe. Hey, so no, it's not gonna look like Reuben Bain coming around the back. He's so raw, but there's a lot there that I think teams are excited to try to work with Arvell Reese. I still don't see him getting past the Jets at 2. If he does, no way he clears the Cardinals at 3. If he does, then it gets really interesting. Someone's going to take him before he gets to us. I know that much.
I think so too.
But you get to Carnell Tate, and we talked about his video, and like, look at this route right here. This is not a great route. You see see how rounded that was? Yeah. He's leggy though, right? Like he's a strider, so I expect his transitions to be leggy like this one. You know, right there when he was breaking out, it's really wide. You want a quick 1-2 right there and then just snap it off, right? And that's just not what you're getting with him.
Yeah, people keep saying Pickens. It's like similar to Pickens coming out. I don't know.
He doesn't have the body control of a George.
Yeah, I don't see the Pickens.
Stop comparing people to my boy, man.
Yeah, so they're saying Pickens. Yeah, the body control, the ball tracking,
the hands.
The hands. It may not be George
Pickens
because George Pickens had a heck of a career so far, but I do see the ball tracking, the body control. I see where they say shades. I would say shades of it. I can agree with shades of it.
So this is what he can do, right? He can get vertical. But even this is wobbly, right? Like you see how he stumbled right there? And you see that with him on tape sometimes. Like the routes aren't always the most crisp. Watch the little wobble here when he breaks out right there.
But he gets there. He does get there though.
He's going to get there because if you give him a runway, he's a problem to deal with because he's a strider. One of the things I do enjoy about him is he makes an inviting target for the quarterback, whether they're in the pocket or outside. He does a great job of coming back to the football and, working the sidelines, getting his feet down, making those kind of catches right by the sideline. One of the things I don't think our receivers do very well for Jaden is when he scrambles out of the pocket, make themselves available to him so that he can. And honestly, I don't think Jaden is actually really looking down the field either.
He needs to do that. Like the play where he hit Simo on Dallas coming across the field.
Back of the end zone.
I'm talking about the one where Simo had the big play versus Dallas this year where he was
on the
scramble drill.
Yep.
He needs to look to pass when he runs.
That's the next evolution of Jaden, I believe, is being more prolific by threatening the defense with your legs only to throw the football to a wide open receiver. But guys have to also work with him and get open. And I think Carnell Tate does a fantastic job of doing that. Yep. Moving right along to Caleb Downs, man, he is smooth, man.
He's so crisp. He's so crisp with it, bro.
He's so smooth.
The fluidity.
Yeah, he just makes everything look so easy. This one, I love this drill because it just shows the fluidity in his hips. You just watch him turn. It's just easy. Like
that's
everything,
not a pure box safety.
It doesn't look it right at all. That does not look like a pure box safety with that kind of movement.
That's a whatever you need him to be safety. He's that, and his Bama tape says that too.
And I know people are afraid because he didn't run the 40 time, and we question like how fast he looks on tape, bro. He was one of the best returners in all of college football last year. There's plenty of athleticism there. Like I'm not worried about his range. Justin Simmons is one of the best free safeties in his prime, and he ran like a 4 upper 5 something, 4 low 6 something, like something ugly. Like I think he could easily be an elite because I've seen people say, "What's the point of taking Caleb Downs if he's a box safety or they have Nick Cross?" No, I think he would be an elite free safety for us.
That safety pairing would be so fun. Like our back end, we would not have to like Caleb Downs. That's why he's always gonna feel like the safest comfort food pick at 7, bro. We're not gonna have to worry about the back end for a decade.
Never.
And that's the issue, I believe, with running, right? Which is why you don't run. If you know you're not gonna kill it, don't give people something to nitpick. He knew he wasn't gonna run fast. Carnell Tate knew he wasn't gonna run fast. Again, why run? Right? The tape speaks for itself. You know what it is. All we were gonna do if he ran out and ran a 4.57, we would kill him. Oh, he's definitely not a top 10 pick now, right?
Yeah.
Right? So why do it, right? Like, because just to Rico's point, like the thing that's crazy to me is we've become so preconditioned to these fast 40s now that when a guy like safeties shouldn't be running 4.4. That's not what safeties generally run.
We don't need it,
right? Like. We've gotten so conditioned to guys like Kenyon Sadiq running these crazy 4.3, tight end. That's not what tight ends run. Your favorite tight end in the league is running a 4.6. He's running a 4.7. The one that's getting open and catching 80 balls a season, that guy's running a 4.7. That guy's running a 4.65. He's not running a 4.5 anything. He's definitely not running 4.4, right? Sam Laporta is not running 4.4 anything. You know what I mean? Mark Andrews ain't running 4.4 anything. Travis Kelce was 4.63, bro. Like, we have to stop acting like 4.5 is slow for a safety. Then you add in his IQ and his ability to see things before they happen and react to them, be proactive. He would be a phenomenal addition to this roster. But it's one of those positions that teams just don't value. I don't know if they value, and I know this is going to piss some people off, but they really like Will Harris.
Nah.
They really like Will Harris. They really like Will Harris. And they like Jeremy Reeves too. They just gave him that contract Jeremy Reeves got, that ain't I just play special teams contract. I hope y'all know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's some, I'm finna get some run on defense now contract.
Yeah, you're not lying.
So hope y'all ready for Jeremy Reeves to be getting a little run as a safety now, because they gave that man.
That was I'm getting another billboard type contract.
Yeah, no, we can't do that again. Hey, Jalen, I need you to be healthy, bro. When we go overseas, we can't do that again. No more Frankie Louvu billboards.
Getting up at 9 a.m. to watch the backup play is crazy.
Bro. That was one of the most excruciating live streams I've ever been a part of. And then the emotional roller coaster that they took us on. I still was trying to peddle hopium at that time, bro.
But if they win,
and they win, yeah. And in one fell swoop, they killed my whole hopes and dreams, bro. That was a tough stream.
I actually was mad about that loss. I was mad about that.
Yeah, low key, I was too. Yeah, Ed was hot. I see Ed.
I was mad we almost won. I was like, what is Jacoby Jones doing? Like,
yeah, man. I was draft pick mode like crazy.
Yeah, both of y'all were. Me and Ed was still hanging on over here, bro.
Yeah, when they
still hanging on.
That punt, I was so mad. Yeah, we both had some pride. We still had some pride.
Muff punt? That's the San Francisco one?
Yeah, that was that one.
He came in muff punt.
And clearly they weren't happy with Jacoby. They weren't happy with Jacoby Jones either. They sent his ass to the shadow realm after that game.
Never seen him again.
They sent him to the shadow realm after he tried to help win a game. Are you crazy? Man, they used to the field again the rest of the season. And as a matter of fact, they cut him right after the game. That man wasn't even on the active roster after that game. Cut that man immediately.
He had to fly back commercial by himself.
A commercial by himself. Use some of the money they just gave him to get back home. What would Girasel say? Tragic.
All caps.
What's his name? Mr. Omar. Everybody hate Chris up like it. Tragic.
And this is just to lighten the mood for all of you out there who are Jeremiah Love stans. This is Jeremiah Love in rare form right here. He's not overstimulated here, Rio. He's
chilling. He's chilling.
Perfectly fine right here. As he's addressing the media, telling them what he envisioned himself being and how this sounds like a commander tag too right here. This sounds like commander tag style.
Consistency, discipline. Learned that it takes consistency, discipline. Once you get to the league, don't change who you are. Like a lot of times guys get to the league and I made it. No, you haven't made it. You ain't made it past your first contract. You got to get to that. For me, I want to get to my third contract. So when I get to my third contract and that's over and I've got, one day I hope I got my gold jacket. One day I've made, Pro Bowl, hopefully 5+ years. Then I think that, I've had some type of success. But those are questions that I ask going into these meetings and going into these visits. And I just want to know how I can be a better version of myself.
Doesn't that sound like a commander tag player?
Him and Caleb Downs were born with the commander's tag.
Literally.
So unfortunately, so was Ruben Bain.
Yeah,
it'll get very interesting. This man, they would fry him up about his haircut. That man don't care about a haircut, bro.
Keldrick Falk got the commander tag too, bro. That's a good kid. Man. That's a good kid right there.
That's good. I'm just so glad we don't have to worry about that conversation.
Until Washington has traded back from pick 7.
Hey, that's the only way he starts to get into that conversation. And I still don't think he's a threat at, let's say, because how far back could you envision them going? Like, they can't go back but so far, right? Like, they're not going back to 15. And, the whole trade back thing is interesting, but who's actually coming up? Like Ed said, this is not the greatest draft in the world.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
I don't think anybody wants to come up for anything. And if somebody is willing to come up for something, that's probably the guy we should be drafting. Like, if you're coming up to 7, it's probably for like a Jeremiah Love or something. We should be drafting that guy, not somebody else.
Right.
But we've gotten to that point of the stream where I have to ask.
I did want to bring the point up though. Jeremiah Love, with the whole because he brought up third contract, and that's literally the only reason you can have an argument against taking Jeremiah Love at 7. Again, like I emphasized the last stream, we put low positional value tag on all of these different positions, but running back is for a different reason. Safety, linebacker, you can argue they don't affect every play. Running back, especially a Jeremiah Love running back, would affect every play. The only concern is longevity. Meanwhile, Christian McCaffrey, year 9, he's been injury prone before, but year 9 gave you all 17 games in 2,100 yards. If Jeremiah Love is a more athletic potential version, maybe of a Christian McCaffrey. So I would more than love to take him at 7.
Yeah, Schefter wants us to take him. Schefter's been saying we're going to take him for the past couple of days. So
Schefter out here spreading poison right now.
He's tripled down on that shit. He's done it 3 times, 3 separate places.
He's spreading poison out here to this fan base, and they eating that shit up, bro. I feel
Rio, you need to see what's happening, bro. I'm like, yo, I'll believe it when I say that. Nah, you being scary, bro. He gonna be there at 7. I don't know, man. Wait till this team has him on the board and picks another player, though.
Yeah, that's gonna send the fan base over the top. They're gonna be in a tizzy after that shit happens.
Be crazy.
That's when they're gonna go crazy because he's absolutely. There's a real distinct possibility that he's on the board and they not even thinking about Jeremiah Love. I think that's the sexy pick that everybody wants to see.
Yep.
Who doesn't want to see a Jaden Daniels? Say it again.
Nikki Javala said that I forgot what she said. She said something like they wouldn't hesitate if he's there. And then somebody else came up with a report, but that's the latest that I remember seeing is the whole Nikki Javala.
How Nikki
got
know?
You
better than
you got the Robinson L. Whitmore guy too to be talking all the different sources and stuff, and he does like a mock draft every week based off of what he's hearing, not necessarily what he wants to happen. And he actually has us trading up for Jeremiah Love at 5.
That ain't happening, bro.
That's not happening.
Where are these picks coming from?
Right.
When people from outside come telling us what our team is going to do.
That's pure insanity.
It's gonna come from the 3rd round pick we get from the Ravens when the Ravens trade their 3rd round pick for Deron Payne.
For Deron Payne.
So
yes, so talk to him, man. Yeah, that's the vision. That's the vision.
Deron Payne has been in the most hypothetical trades in the history of hypothetical trades.
Bruh, I think with the ones that they just discussed, he just passed Landon Collins for first all time in hypothetical trades in Commanders football team Redskins history, bro.
But crazy enough, this one was from the Ravens side. This wasn't a Commanders fan, not a Commanders writer. This was the Ravens being like, hey, would Ravens fans be willing to give up a 3rd for Deron Payne? You know, so this wasn't our fault this time. But he is leading in trades. But that fantasy football guy, Frank Imarante, however you pronounce his last name, I apologize. He tweeted, if Jeremiah Love actually ends up going to the Commanders, that's the best landing spot for an elite running back prospect since Ezekiel Elliott went to the Cowboys. And I do agree between Jaden, the O-line, we got to figure out center, but the other 4 are top 5 O-line worthy.
Hey, Rico, center figured out. That's Nicholas Allegretti, bro. That's right. Champion. Put some respect on his name.
It's crazy when you say his whole government, man.
New center, starting center at pick 140, whatever it is.
Ethan Pochik and Lloyd Cushenberry still out there, and clearly nobody interested.
Ain't nobody picking up their phone, man. We good.
Graham Glasgow, 35 years old.
Yeah, it's definitely Nick Allegretti.
He like 33 or something.
He's like 35. But no, Schefter said the same thing, like the whole dynamic thing with Jaden. That was like the last thing he said on the McAfee show. He was like, yeah, dynamic with Jaden Daniels. That's one of the things he said too.
That's probably literally his best landing spot in the range of where he may go. Like out of the top 12 teams picking, because now you got to basically exclude the Chiefs because they already paid Kenneth Walker all that money. Out of the top 12 teams, we are the best landing spot for him. Like if I'm him, I prefer the Commanders to take me at 7. Not the Titans, please. No Titans, please. No Giants.
Nobody wants to see him go to the Titans, nor really the Giants. I think that's why everybody's trying to push him to the Commanders. Like, please go to the Commanders.
Go to a place that can actually use you correctly. Has no line, quarterback, all of that.
Yeah, it needs to be like the NBA where Adam Silver, he didn't want Cooper Fly to go to the Wizards. He stepped in, even though it was messed up on our part.
Behind the scenes.
That was the right move for that young man. That was the right move for that young man. You see him flourishing and thriving over there.
He would have been fine here. He would have been fine.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
He would have been fine.
You think Bam would have scored 79 instead of 83 if they had Cooper play?
Oh man.
Cooper would have hooped here though. He would have.
He would have hooped anywhere, but I remember everybody making fun of Jason Kidd for making him a point guard initially, and that shit was the best thing that he could have done for him. So I don't think he would have gotten that kind of tutelage anywhere else. I think he landed in the perfect spot for him. But picks number 7, week 5. What do you got, Ed? You had week 1, Ruben Bain. Week 2, you went with Jeremiah Love. Last week, you switched it to Tate. Where you at in week 5?
I'm gonna go with Tate, but I got a feeling my they always say your first answer is your right answer. Yep. And I got a feeling my first answer probably is the right answer.
That shit scares me to death, but I think you might be right.
But I'm gonna still go with Cardell Tate today.
Rio, you had downs, and more downs. Are you still down with downs in week 5?
You already know it, man. You already know it. Caleb Downs is the pick at 7. It's the easy pick, unless the Giants spoil everything and take him at 5. And trust me, he could go number 5 to the New York Giants. He's that good, and we'll see. I'm gonna ride this out all the way into the draft until something seriously comes there to change my mind. Caleb Downs the pick.
Rico, you went Love in week 1. You went Love in week 2, and then you said, "Hey, we trading out of there. We're drafting nobody at number 7." Where are you now in week 5?
I started to get afraid of the Love thing, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm starting to really believe that whole Titans more than likely are not taking Love. And to Rio's point, Caleb Downs or maybe even a Tate or somebody could go to the Giants. And then I don't think that the Browns are not taking Love. So if he makes it past the Giants at 5, we got him at 7.
He never put it past him. Judkins
Yeah,
tore his
you
knee
wouldn't
up.
put
You
it
can't
back.
put it
Yeah.
past him.
They're not drafting the running back.
That's an awful organization, but you're right.
They're not drafting him. If he gets past 5, then he's gonna make it to 7, unless somebody trades up with Cleveland and jump in front of us.
Yeah, if you got this on an Excel sheet, you might as well go ahead and drag this over for every week for all the way up to the draft. Because unless something dramatic changes, I'm Love all the way. Between hope and think, I got Love. Even though Caleb Downs will be a very, very close second for both. What I hope happens and what I think will happen.
Yeah, man, I keep going all over. I had Sonny Styles that combine.
I say the combine killed that. I was starting to lean a little Sonny Styles too.
Ron Harbaugh was not letting him go earlier, man. He was all up in this mix. Wow.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, Styles' floor is 5 to the Giants. I ain't gonna lie.
Styles was my week 1 guy. I then switched to Bane, and I stuck with Bane. I think, man, I don't know. I get swayed sometimes by visuals. That conversation with Carnell Tate, with all those guys at the pro day, that felt ominous to me. Like this feels like they about to do some shit out of pure fear of what last year did, and now they just don't want to go into this year without weapons for Jaden, which I totally get. But this is not the way to go about this, man. This is when not having a second round pick just sucks. Because there would be some really good options at wide receiver in the second round. I swear. If we still had our pick, right? Top of the second round, oh my God, there would be.
We what, like 39?
You would have been somewhere in that 39, 40, 38, 39, 40 range. God, that would have been such a great spot.
Yep.
But to that point, remember with pro days, the Jaden draft 2024, we showed the most attention, had the most people around Drake May. Everybody was laughing and dapping up and talking to him, and we ended up taking Jaden. It could be a smokescreen, who knows?
Yep. And they may need to see more from him because they still have questions and they want to talk to him some more, because it looked like they had enough conversation with him today. He's also coming for a top 30. So
why you ain't run your 40 time?
I'm gonna go with Tate, man. I honestly feel like, because this team has been great at doing this over the years, they're gonna find a way to disappoint me at 7. I just feel like it's hard for me to envision them messing the pick up, because even if you take Tate or Bane, I don't think you messed the pick up. Yeah. You just didn't maximize the pick. And I suffered as a fan. I suffered.
We did. We all did.
Okay. I never like to speak for anybody else. We suffered.
We did.
Last year. We suffered one of the most difficult seasons because the expectations last year were through the. We were talking Super Bowl. If you were at the live event, we were talking crazy.
Listen, Lou, 1 9-route Carnell Tate bomb at rookie minicamp, we gonna all be on board.
It's gonna happen, but again, I'm still gonna be like, it's not gonna take long for us to get to one of these games, one of these corners, because I saw in college when they put their hands on this man, oh shit got dark quick.
It did. Yep.
Because when you watch these college receivers, one of the most frustrating things about college receivers is they get so much space to operate. Because you get these shell coverages, you're getting cover 6, you're getting cover 4. Nobody's playing you up tight. Everybody's off and soft because they don't want to get beat over the top. And these guys just get this easy access, these big lanes to run. Like, he gets this runway to run by guys. Like, he's 5 steps beyond the corner, and you're like, how did that happen? It wasn't a double move. He was just off, got caught flat-footed, and he ran right by him, right? I watched some games where guys put their hands on him, and it got nasty for him a little bit. Like Jahdae Barron in 2014 or 2024 in that Texas, he put his hands on him, and he struggled a little bit. He dropped the pass for a touchdown in that game, an easy touchdown in that game. You know, I watched the 2025 Texas game. They put their hands on him. He had 2 catches in that game. 2. So I don't know, man.
Big, though.
Huh?
One of them was really big, though.
It was, but
Good catch.
it still was 2 catches for like 49 yards.
It was a defensive game, though.
It was absolutely a defensive game, and I think that was Julian Saint's first start. Like I get all of that. Like you have to take everything into consideration when you look at these things. But at the end of the day, I just think he's going to be a good football player, but not worthy of the struggle that we went through last year. So we'll see. Ultimately, if they draft him, I may not love the pick, but I don't hate it, and I would get it, and he would be a part of the family, and we would ride. So, man, it's going to be interesting to see how all of that.
It's all good though, because Caleb Downs is a commander, and
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I want one of these defenders, man.
With that.
He's
not even my 2. He's my
defender.
1B. Like literally, is Love 1A, Caleb Downs 1B. I can't even put Love at 2. He's right there, half a step behind Love for me.
And when he gets here for rookie minicamp, like they need to have a conversation if Amik Robertson took number 2, because that number is going on Caleb Downs' brother.
The number conversation is going to be fascinating because them veterans going to eat all of those single-digit numbers up.
It's nasty, bro. Oh no, it's already 8. All we have is 6. That's it. That's all we got.
If they already picked their numbers?
Well, they're not official, but people think that Amik Robertson and Rashad White want 1 and 2. So if that's the case, 6 is the only one left.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And 12 and 14 are the only thing. 12 and 19 are like the only things between 20 that's available.
And Diami probably takes 6 then. I can see him taking a single-digit number.
Man.
I need Diami to get 2. I need him to get 2.
Yeah, I can see Diami saying, well, shit.
There's some veterans that don't get to pick till training
What's
camp.
What's Carnell Tate wearing if we come 8-12?
12.
We gonna put him in the rookie Luke McCaffrey special? That's so nasty, bro.
Yeah, that is.
You know what? Van Jefferson is probably going to take 12.
He is going to. Well, Van ain't making the roster.
He's
though.
not, but that means he's going to have a different number.
Duplicate. No, they carry duplicates in the offseason.
And they do, but usually it's
don't have to be a defensive and an offensive player.
Right.
Yeah,
different side of the football. You can't have 2 12s on offense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it could get really dark for him, offensively until Van gets cut. Then he can switch to 12.
Very nasty, man. Ugh.
Yeah,
they should they should not let no one confirm their number until the draft finishes.
We should make Luke go to the 80s. We should be like, hey man, come up off that 11.
And the only 80 number available is 86. Ertz's Joe.
That is so nasty.
86, 85 is available too.
85 is Chig. He's definitely.
Oh, he's Chig. Okay, yeah, okay.
86 is it.
Hey, Luke, man, get you some 86, bro. 86 was a really good year, man. Get you some 86. Get you some 86. We need that double ace, bro. We need that.
In the 80s out there looking like Wayne Corbett. Shout out Jets legend Wayne.
Hey, that's so nasty, bro. Wow. All right, let's get to the comment section, man. That's funny as hell. Candace, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the Dubski. Hey,
we in here.
Really appreciate you. Who writes, here's to being on time. It pays to be on time. Look at that. It literally pays to be on time. We appreciate that, Candace. We really, truly do. Rio said, look, man, we doing this tonight. We gonna be on time, bro. He set the tone, man. That's what leaders do, man. He stepped up and he made it happen, man. Shout out to Rio for.
They didn't have confidence on us. They didn't think we could do it.
They had every right to not have zero confidence.
Never.
They had every right. Never.
No CP time tonight.
I'm proud of my guys, man. I'm proud of the Kings, man. We made it. We did it, Mom. We made it. Yeah, one of y'all got to get this, man, because I know I'm gonna mess it up.
QG Designs.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure because this might be one of y'all people, and I'm quick to butcher one of these names, and y'all and Rio. I like Rio's passive aggressive way of correcting me. he just say the shit over again to say it right. So I'll be like, oh shit, that's what it is. Okay, my bad.
That's definitely a habit of mine. I do that. I've been doing that my whole life.
So I just like, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all get it. He says, I think I saw Ed at the mall walking around in a 32 Bill jersey on. Hey, you might have, but Ed got every number, every color.
And this is what I was saying. I hope Amik does not take the number 2, so this can not what it is. So that's why I'm hoping Diami gets his number back, so I can just wear this, because that's what I'm gonna wear.
You're gonna rock it anyway. It's
throwback,
officially a throwback. You're gonna rock the joint anyway.
Oh yeah.
You and about 60,000 others gonna have on them Commander jerseys anyhow at the game. So you gonna fit right in.
Speaking of, we should be getting New Jersey, all that announcement stuff before the draft, right? Like,
yeah, that's coming soon.
Yeah, I would think so. If I were them, honestly, I would wait until after the draft, because once you get after the draft, the news is sparse. Right?
I mean, they gotta announce it before the draft too, because we gotta hand a jersey to someone on draft night.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
the Super Bowl
they don't
era,
care about the news being sparse. That's us.
And the Super Bowl era is still considered an alternate, so they couldn't give that out at the draft. So yeah, they definitely gotta announce it.
You're absolutely spot on. I did not think about that.
The Falcons are doing theirs on April 2nd, so we probably next up after them.
Okay.
And then you got the schedule release in like May or something like that.
Yeah, the schedule release is always after the draft, but they're dropping the opening games, which Rio was spot on. The NFL is so effing greedy, bro.
Disgusting. We're on Wednesday now.
Yeah, so they were supposed to be on
Australia on Thursday. What is
and
going on?
they're gonna hit you with the Friday too, so they're gonna give you Wednesday through Friday, then Sunday to start the season.
So they can't do. I don't think they can do Friday.
Okay,
that's why
Good to hear.
Yeah, I think that's why they had to do the Wednesday. They bumped it back because it was they're like the FCC has this rule where the NFL can't play games before Christmas on certain days of the week, and I think they ran into that issue this year for some reason. I don't remember what the reasoning is. I saw it when all the information started to come out, but a Wednesday game to kick off the season is hideous. I hate it. And then the follow up,
like, wait, they're playing today? You're gonna forget.
Super nasty. It's doubling down and saying, hey, we're gonna do a Wednesday and a Thursday back to back. Yikes. That is really
and that's gonna be even harder for me because the state of Georgia they passing this bill to try to be the only state in America in Atlantic time for whatever stupid reason.
Really?
We're gonna be like first of all, it really annoys me because we're the most westward probably state in the whole Eastern time. If anything, we probably belong in Central. And they want to put us an hour ahead the other way and then make us permanent daylight savings time. It's so ugly.
What's so the purpose?
Ugly. I forgot. I gotta look it up. I'm so annoyed though. Everybody I've told there's all my Atlanta people, family, and friends, they hate it. Everybody's highly upset. It wouldn't be daytime. The sun wouldn't come out till like 9 a.m., 9:30ish in the winter. It'd be awful, bro. It won't be dark till like 10:30. It'd be so weird.
Y'all, but hey, y'all are different around there anyway, though.
Yeah, man. They just doing stuff.
That's literally the definition of just doing stuff.
Just doing stuff.
They literally just doing stuff just to be doing it at this point.
That's gonna be every time I see something, scheduled for Eastern time, I gotta remember to change it. That's gonna be so disgusting.
And then last thing about the jersey, they still do have the Jaden burgundy one for like $52, which is a steal because normally it's like 130, sometimes like 200.
Head on it, man. You're not playing no game.
Yeah, when they signed Diami, I thought that showed so fast. Like
why?
Within 2 minutes.
Why?
And it shipped in a day. Arrived in one day.
And I'm mad too because you made it sell out, like because of you.
Nah, seriously.
And put so many people
need to hire
on.
you. They gotta hire you, dog. They gotta.
And put so many people on.
Fire sale Ed.
Don't you forget it. QJ Designs
Hey dog, I checked the ticket I had tonight. Quentin Grimes 2 points just cost me like $2,000.
Yeah. I'm over here going through the same BS you going through.
Oh, my ticket was perfect. No, everything hit, but Quentin Grimes ain't get the 15 because Embiid's back tonight, right?
Yeah, nah. And what hurt? We always talk about this. The
Blowout.
worst enemy of a ticket is a blowout.
Blowout.
Embiid got busy right away. Yeah. He had 12. They had 14 points in the first 6 minutes. He had 12 of them. And the game was over after the first quarter.
Hey dog, all I needed Grimes to do was hit 15, and he had 13, bro. Everything else hit. That would have been 2,100 off of $7, bro.
Yeah, I'm sick over here. I had a whole dude.
I crushed that shit.
Take one shot. He just decided, yeah, I'm good tonight, man.
Everything was over unders. I decided, let me just throw a little something extra on there, and Quentin Grimes 15 points. Everything else is over unders on this joint. They all hit, and he scored 13.
What did I tell you this morning? What did I text you?
Greed
to get you every time, bro. You didn't need Quentin Grimes for 15 on that shit, bro.
Yeah, but it took it up to 2,100 though,
bro. What was it without it? Probably 13, 14.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't take it right now? Greedy. You're just being greedy. You didn't have to do that.
You're right.
You got to rewire your brain, man. It's 1,200 would have been excellent, bro. You would have been cheesing right now.
That would have fed families.
Phenomenal.
You got to learn how to not be greedy, man.
Yeah,
I had to teach myself that, bro.
Grimes and Pascal, man.
Add them to the list. Add them to the list, man. Blowouts, man. Stupid
blowouts are the worst, man. I can't wait till the NBA playoffs start. I'm sick of this shit, man.
And it was crazy because I stopped monitoring this because Matas got off to a really slow start tonight. And I was like, oh, Matas is about to blow this.
Yeah.
And he got active in the second.
Buzelis, it don't take long, bro.
Yeah.
He can have 2 points. You blink, and that man got 12.
Ball. Yeah, that 3 ball start going, and it's a wrap.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had well, my ticket ain't dead yet. If he come in like he's the master of in a blowout coming in and getting active, we getting our asses handed to us right now, down 30, and he's in the game. I just hope he just start throwing some shit up and it go in. And if it does, I ain't dead yet. But he ain't scoring, man. I'm dead. I'm gonna do the Rio thing. I'm dead, man. My ticket dead. Rio be pronouncing this shit dead. The game
early as hell.
This shit got 7 minutes to go. All he needs is like 4 points. Man, my shit dead, man. I'm like, Rio, your shit ain't dead, bro. I think we read this one already. So this QJ again. Double up. Who writes? Y'all saw the difference in Bane and the Reese drill. Yeah, I showed y'all the Reese drill. Like, yeah, there's a massive difference between the two of them turning the corner.
You can
tell
one is a full-blown edge his whole college career. You can tell the other one's transitioning to it.
That's right. And shout out to our girl Candy Waller, who had a tweet basically saying he did all of the drills just like he did at the combine with the defensive lineman. So he's no longer a linebacker. He's going to be a full-time edge rusher when he gets to the NFL. Yep. Wherever he gets drafted.
Well, it depends. Some teams might want to play him at backer. Some teams will like maybe early on he plays a lot of backer there.
So you're not wrong. It all depends. Like the Jets would ruin him, I think. Like they're clueless. But I honestly, you need to draft this kid and then just wherever you put him there and you say, all right, just be the best at that. Don't do the waffling thing and, mess. He needs to really just focus on being this or being that. And I don't think he should be doing both, to be honest with you.
True.
But we'll see what happens with him. We definitely saw the difference, though. JP, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Our guy, John Perez, writes, Love might end up in Tennessee or New York, sadly, with the Giants. Thanks, but no thanks on Tate. Downs or Delane? Durante Jones will love those guys. Bailey might fall, honestly. Let's have a Bailey conversation because Rio brought this up, and I brought it up on one of my streams because I haven't really been partaking in a lot of these mock drafts. I'll be honest with you. There's only certain guys that I take a look at their mock draft and I value their opinion. But Rio, he takes in a lot of these mock drafts. And he was like, hey, I'm seeing Bailey not only fall past us.
Yes.
On a lot of these mock drafts.
Seeing both options. Everybody got Bailey. It's like a memo came out last week that says, okay, everybody, drop David Bailey on your boards. I don't know if this is by design. I don't know what to believe at this time of year, but everybody thinks that Bailey's going to fall out the top 5.
Do you guys think there's any validity to that?
I mean, these character concerns keep coming up, and then you have some people doubting his ability to stop set the edge and stop the run. I don't think it's gonna happen, but this is what's flying around, and it seems like you just keep hearing more about it as time passes.
I'm saying people like, oh, they only see him as a situational rusher early on and stuff like that. He's stiff and he's not as quick twitch as like Bane and other guy. I don't know what's happening here, but there's a world where he's on the board at 7. Yeah. According to draft Twitter. According to draft experts and shit.
That's just hard for me to fathom.
I know his name has failed to me in mock draft simulators this week more than it's happened yet.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Yeah,
they definitely updated them simulators.
Yeah, if he's at 7 and Jeremiah Love's going, then I would take him.
I think the team would too.
I don't see. Again, we got to understand what the situation is. I can't imagine if it's not something super serious that you're passing on this guy, because he's to me one of the best pass rushers, if not the best pass rusher in this entire draft class. So if he gets to 7, you turn the card in, right?
Bingo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We have to remember that as many, quality edge rushers we have this year, Odafe Owe is the only playable one that signed after this season. Charles Omenihu 1-year deal, Dietrich Wise 1-year deal, Dorrance Armstrong last year of his deal, Caleb Von Chazon 1-year deal as well. So like 2027 wise is just Odafe Owe in the Will Smith meme.
Yeah. It's a lot like what we talked about with corner last year. Some of these positions where it looks like you got a bunch of guys, but you look at contracts expiring next year, the cupboard's bare again. You know what I mean?
Very, very bare.
So yeah, that's definitely something to keep an eye on for sure. CJ Jackson or C Jackson, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. C Jackson writes, "Yo, any Kings on possibility 3rd round center at 71?"
It's a little early for me.
Yeah, I told you.
It's a little early.
I would prefer a 5th round center, to be honest with you. But I think that's just me not wanting to see them spend early capital on a position where I feel like you should be able to find a guy. And I don't want to demean the center position like you can just throw anybody out there, but you can find a center, man. Like,
yeah, man.
Don't use my 3rd round pick. We only got 6 of these joints.
Day 3, please.
Don't use my only other day 1 first 2 days of the draft pick on a center, bro. I'm sorry. I
wouldn't be surprised if Adam took that, though. I wouldn't be surprised if Adam took a 3rd round center, though. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I wouldn't either. That doesn't make me feel warm and fuzzy inside, but I wouldn't either.
Yeah,
I could see it. I can definitely see it. And then he says he likes Sam Heck out of Kansas State or Connor Lew out of Auburn, gives us some much needed depth. Again, the thing that I envision with the position this year is the fact that I think Nick Allegretti is going to start no matter what you do at center. Whether you draft one in the 3rd round or you draft one in the 5th round. So why not draft the 5th round developmental guy? Let Nick Allegretti start.
Or 6th.
Or 6th. Even better if you can find one of your 6th round picks.
Absolutely.
The further back you go, the better I feel about it, right? Let him and have him be a developmental guy behind Nick Allegretti. And then hopefully next year he's ready to start. Right? Go through the apprenticeship program. next year, hop in there and let's see what you got. And guess what? If you miss, we can always go and try center again next year, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like you got 6 picks, man. And I'm not advocating that one of them isn't center. Okay, I'm just advocating that it's not one of the first 2 picks in the draft.
Correct.
So, hey, Scotty,
What up, my dog? What up?
What up? My guy, Scotty. Our guy, Scotty says, "What up? What up, Scotty, man?
What's good with it, man?"
DMV Bay, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. DMV Bay writes, "Y'all sleeping on Lemon. He's literally JSN over again." Let me hold on. Anytime you say his name, we got to do the lemon.
Sharif Cooper.
Man, what's wrong with Buddy, man?
He a dog though. He's gonna eat for somebody.
Yeah, I like him a lot, man. I'll be honest with you. I was appalled at Chris Sims's list. With this guy,
he do it every year, man. He's a master of his craft at pissing people off during draft season.
Like that was crazy to me because he absolutely is one of the best receivers in this draft. He didn't even have him in his top 5. Yeah. Like I was like, okay, you trolling right now. That's what you're doing, buddy. You trolling me right now. You're doing a hell of a job of doing it too.
Branch over lemon is a great narrative for a Georgia Bulldog, even though I do slightly
even Rico was like, yeah, I support it, but nah, I know better.
But Lemon is obviously the better player right now. Obviously the better player right now.
Yeah, it's that one is crazy to me, but I don't know if he's JSN. I think that's a little bit rich.
You mean the highest paid player at the position, JSN? Yeah, I don't know. That's
I don't know. I don't know if he's that. Yeah. Again, I think the low hanging fruit with him is the perfect comp for him. He's Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah, a faster version. I think he's faster than him, I believe.
And that is a bona fide superstar that has not caught under 90 passes in a season yet. And I think Mekhi Lemon, nobody wants to hear slot receiver, undersized guy at 7. I would feel more comfortable with Lemon than Tate, even though it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd
slightly
right
safer.
there with you. I am right there with you on that.
He's as safe as it gets at wide receiver if we're going to go one early.
I'm right there with you. Mr. Deacon, sir, or Magic Red, excuse me. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Magic Red writes, not going to lie, after coaching JD5 last weekend and seeing him deliver from different spots on the field, ain't no way Kyle conveniently coming off of Ayuk.
Wait, that was never happening anywhere. It was never just about to yeah, y'all go ahead and take Ayuk off us, man. Nah, they gonna make us work with it. Wait.
This is all very petty.
Oh yeah, but speaking of it anyway, I know a lot of people were up in arms that he played in the game. He was running routes.
Yeah, I heard a lot about that too.
It was just, I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't mind him playing, honestly. I thought he was fine. He did a good job too. He had a great pass to Devontae Adams. He resurrected Odell.
That shit was fun, man. I watched all 4.5 hours of that shit.
Yeah,
same.
Rio was locked in. He was giving us play-by-play updates. Ed jumped in right around like the second quarter,
and little Rio was locked.
Yeah, that was wild.
I just hate it was during March Madness because I wanted to enjoy.
I didn't watch 1 second of that shit.
Of what, the flag football?
At all.
I watched.
I skipped March Madness for the flag football. I ain't gonna lie.
And honestly, the best thing might have been Jalen Hurts stinking it up. Really, that might have been
that made your day.
Two pick sixes, and he took a sack to Logan Paul.
And then Logan Paul apologized.
And Logan Paul talk trash to him afterwards too. Thank you.
That's crazy.
Love that. Things we love to see.
Rio was like, only Jalen Hurts would take a sack on a 4th down.
Yep. And he was spamming. He was spamming the check down, bro. These flag dudes had them shook, bro. Not Jaden, but he had Burrow and Hurts. They had them moving crazy.
Yeah, Aisha Speed was locking them up. was locking Jalen Hurts and Devontae, or he was sticking with Devontae Smith.
That's crazy.
Yo, Speed being able to go stride for stride with Speed is a specimen for no reason, bro.
Nah, for
that
real.
dude is athletic as he be running with he's running with Noah Lyles. He's running step for step with Devontae Smith, and he just be living his best life on. So shout out to Show Speed, man.
Nah, yeah, he actually for real athletic, like for real.
As hell.
Yeah, PBU. Yeah,
he from Ohio, man. He should have ended up at Ohio State.
Man. He ain't played no sports, but he got technique in all of them. He has good technique. Like it's crazy.
Hey, when you're an athlete, you can do that, man. You can do that. Mr. Deacon, sir. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Mr. Deacon, sir, writes, think if Tate was being put in the range that Emeka was last year, I'd be a bigger fan. I don't like him at 7. I don't like him ahead of Lemon or Tyson. That's perfectly put. Like, it's all in where you take him. I don't think Carnell Tate's a bad player. I just don't think he's worthy of the 7th pick. That's it. That's the bottom line is where did Emeka go? Like late 20s last year to
19,
Tampa?
I think it was like 19.
Anywhere in there would be fine for Carnell Tate. Anywhere in the back half of the first round, I think is where he belongs. But again, like Ed said, this is a different draft. It is going to maybe force some teams to do some things they don't want to do. We'll see. Hopefully, we're not one of them. That's all I.
That would be lovely. That would be very lovely.
You want to read that one, Ed? You want to take a shot at this one?
King, shout out to the King. Give that off. I would say, like you said earlier, Lou, like no more than like 14. Honestly, like if you do trade by the 14, that's when I'm running the card to take Jordan Tyson. I am sprinting to the podium to take Jordan Tyson. If he's there, like 13, 14, I would run as fast as I could.
Yeah, you better put on the show for them a week before the draft too. I'll be watching that joint. A little pro day, a little right before. He's like the last piece of information guys are gonna get before the draft, so it's fresh on their mental Rolodex. So that's a smart timing.
Yeah, he's not going to run a 40, right? He's just going to do field work.
I think a 40 would do a lot of good things for him, but I think he's just going to run like a full route. But a 40 could help, or it could be. Remember, no one expects him to be fast though.
Right, but that's why I don't think he runs one, because he's not fast. Even when he was healthy, I went back to watch to see if he was, a step faster.
Yeah, he's really football fast. He's not 40 fast at all.
He's not 40 fast, bro, at all. I don't think he's going to run a 40. I think he's going to opt to take the same kind of direction that we saw from the Ohio State boys, basically saying, yeah, no, I'm good on that. I'm going to just go ahead and do the field work.
He's getting like a showcase. This ain't even a pro. He's getting his own pro day. So,
yeah.
Yeah, that is a little weird. Like, so that means he's just too hurt to do it on Friday, when Arizona State's supposed to be going.
Yeah, because they claim he was dealing with a hamstring or something like that.
Yeah,
and that's the problem.
And the hamstring is the one that kept him out a couple games this year.
I'm not worried about the collarbone, the torn ACL, because most of the stuff you see on tape is after that. He proved he can bounce back from that. It's that lingering hamstring, the stuff Terry was dealing with last year, the same stuff that Marshawn Lattimore was dealing with last year.
That is why running a 40 would make teams sleep very easy at night. Like, he needs to run the 40 at his pro day.
Rico hit us with the Russell Westbrook. And that's the problem. Right there. That's the problem.
That's the problem. Now, Jeff Teague hilarious.
Hey, man, Jeff Teague.
They are so funny, bro.
Them dudes are hilarious, man.
That's the problem. I know Westbrook for sure said that. I know
absolutely 1,000% he said that, bro. And he said it just like Teague said it, too. Like, you can see him being pissed off.
That's my dog. I literally went from AI to Westbrook to Ant. So that's been my boy for a while, man. I'm so rooting for him.
That's good company, man.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think people realize how good Russ was, man. I don't think they give him his proper respect.
30-point triple-double in the season. It's crazy.
Man, I was in the back of my college classes watching. That's the only season in my life I've watched all 82 games of a season. It was like right after KD left to go to the Warriors. I had to support Russ.
No, there's a Russ Wizards game where he had like 20 boards or something like
Yeah,
that.
man. Hey, I felt so honored having Russ take a stop by and play for the Wizards for a little bit. I was locked in watching him.
He had 21 boards. The worst part about that is that it was during the virus season, so like not a lot of people could go to the games and really watch. Because I definitely, he had 21 boards and 24 assists.
That's crazy
against the Pacers. Yeah, that's the video game numbers. In a 48-minute game, he did that.
Y'all found somebody that was tanking worse than y'all tonight, huh?
Yeah, they wild. That Jazz,
terrible.
I thought Ace was gonna go crazy.
He's about to kill my hedge. He about to kill my hedge.
I went all in on Ace tonight. Ace like, nah, bro, I ain't got it.
I just put him on something light. I put him 15 points and 2 threes. He might not even get that tonight.
Bruh, I put him 21. I thought he was gonna go into Washington and light these boys up, man.
Yeah,
Ace it's been crazy lately.
I did take the first team basket. I should have sent that to y'all, and I should have sent y'all the.
You be killing these first team baskets.
First team basket is crazy.
First team basket and scoring the first 2 minutes.
That's insane stuff right there. Now
Ewok be on it, man. He different.
There's a thing in college basketball. They had something called Never to Trail, and it was like the 1 seeds versus the 16, because they're not going to trail against the 16. Typically, they're just going to blow them out. So it was like this never to trail thing. And
that was not the move, because Duke definitely was losing to Siena by 11 at halftime.
They did.
My boy is a Duke fan, and he put like 100 on Duke trailing at halftime because he's like, we're such a stupid ass team, and he wants some bread. I was like, need some of that, bro.
Yeah, he know what time it is. If he watched that, he knew what time it was. And I told y'all in the chat, I said, we're not losing the game, bro. This the bullshit we be on though. We're not losing the game. We're gonna win the game. But
I gotta see who y'all play. St. John's, right?
Yeah, we got St. John's next.
Yeah,
that's the only team left.
Too. That's what I told you. I was like, St. John's that's
you had said that last week. Like, it's some tough teams.
And what date is the lottery, man? Is it May, right?
It's typically May. It's typically during the conference.
During the finals.
It's conference championship.
Is it Eastern Conference?
It's usually around like the Eastern Western Conference.
Okay. And so it's been this late May then.
Everybody gotta like get in a prayer circle. Like they gotta bless. If they don't bless the Wizards this year, this is like someone has to take this to the Supreme Court or something, bro.
I need my job replacement, man. I'm looking at A-Cuff. I'm like,
you're looking at young AI? young AI.
Come on, Darius. Come on, baby. We need you, bro.
If the Wizards don't get the first or second pick, bro, this really needs to go to the Supreme. Like this is real corruption at this point.
I just need the third pick, bro. I just need the third pick, and we don't have no business being in the top 7 this year. I just need
Wizards need a bona fide. They need their Jaden of DC, bro. They told me to Frost Rainbow Face. Hey, but the Bonsa, bro. The Bonsa got his own edit that is like the hoop mixtape Zion joint. Bro. Everybody knows the edit, bro. I want that for DC, man. But I like DP as well, though.
I'm good on him. Y'all can have him. Like, I'm good on him. I know who I don't want. I don't want any part of Boozer.
I don't want
the Pacers already like, we'll take him.
Safe guy. That's the safe guy. He looked like a Pacer. Let him go to the Pacers,
bro. That's the perfect player for them. Like,
that's the best match for him.
That would be the perfect place for him.
That's the Carnell Tate at 7. That's the safe guy.
Exactly. That is the perfect analogy. That is a great analogy. This is exactly why I don't want Carnell Tate.
Is Tate better than Boozer?
He's better than hypothetically.
In his sport, I don't think.
Hell no, he's not better.
He's not better than Boozer. No, Boozer put up number. Carnell Tate plays with like the prototype, so he can't really put up too much. But all the other Ohio State receivers did too. And
can I just say this? Jeremiah Love is so good at football.
Love or Smith?
Or excuse me, Jeremiah Smith.
Jeremiah Smith should be the first pick of next year's draft.
He won't be because of them quarterbacks, but he should be.
He should be the next person.
I'm watching Ohio State, and I'm supposed to be watching Carnell Tate.
And you can't look away. He's so good.
He's so good.
He's got like He's like the one prospect that there's going to be no nitpicking because he's going to have all the measurables. He's going to test well. He's tall as hell. He's big as hell. He's fast as hell. He's strong. He has short hands. He runs good route. Like, he's like the perfect receiver prospect. It's hard to pay attention to tape.
Golly,
and it's sad because we saw it coming out of high school. It was him and Ryan Williams. But Jeremiah Smith even though Ryan Williams had that crazy freshman season at Alabama and then kind of tailed off, we knew coming out of high school, Jeremiah Smith, there was a gap. Ryan Williams was great. And he was a 5-star, but Jeremiah Smith was like, I mean, we've been talking since, because I think he's out of Fort Lauderdale or something like that. We've been talking about him in the Julio Jones light since like he was in 8th grade, 9th grade. Like it's been seen. So it's just, he's just one of the ones that is destined.
And Ryan Williams stinks now. Right?
Yeah, no, it's bad now. It's really bad.
He's ass
he's dropping
air.
Passes. I was saying he's dropping passes at Alabama Pro Day
against air.
Like nobody covered him.
He tried to rebrand and throw another last name on top of his last name, throw a hyphen in there, switch it up. But
who does that? That was weird in itself.
Like,
that was interesting in itself.
Yeah, he
hyphenate your name.
I just don't know what happened to him. Like the mental game there is just rough. He's in his head for sure.
Definitely in his own head somewhere. I don't know what it is, but he's definitely in his own head.
That's crazy. No panic. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the dime. Who writes, Downs not running the 40 tells me he's slower than his bro ran a 4.48 at a smaller size. If he's slower, he can't play single high and is only a box safety. That is not a top 10.
Slower safeties do it every day in the league.
Justin Simmons, I looked it up while we was talking earlier. Justin Simmons ran a 4.61. He was one of the rangiest safeties ever.
The safeties this year running fast at the combine, that was like a surprise to people because safeties don't run that fast. There are safeties doing it right now all over the league.
Yeah. I think that's the misnomer, right? That's the misconception. And that's what I was talking about earlier. Too many people get caught up in speed at a position where what is more important is instincts. Can you see it? Can you diagnose it and go there, right? And be there. He is such a high IQ football player. Like Ed Reed wasn't a 4.4 guy. Like
was not.
Again, I bring this up when I talk about some of your favorite players, some of the guys you watched growing up. Troy Polamalu wasn't a 4.4 guy.
Kyle Hamilton ran 4.59. And he's like the best in the business right now.
But when you study film at his level, when your IQ and awareness is at his level, you're a step ahead of the guy that runs faster than you anyway.
Right.
You're still going to get there before that fast guy.
That's right.
All that speed don't matter when you go in the wrong direction or if you're going there too late.
That's right. And that's what
like processing speed is more important than
way more
speed,
important
for sure.
Way more important because how every year we see guys with tremendous speed who just don't react fast enough at linebacker, at safety. There's a big, huge difference.
Xavier McKinney out here reading the whole field, catching 7, 8, 9 picks. That boy ran like a 4.62.
That's why he fell in the draft.
Yep, and he is like that.
Yeah.
So no, I think that's not the case. This year, like the first year I've seen safeties as a whole run fast, like combined.
Not lying.
John Perez, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Who writes?
Appreciate it.
Only wide receiver I would consider touching at 7 is Makai Lemon because he wants Jaden as his quarterback. Not a fan of the other two.
Well, all three of them have said really good things about Jaden. So
everybody do it. Everybody do.
Yeah. I think all two of them just
that's so distracting.
They enjoyed that workout.
Every time somebody say Makai Lemon, I got to do the Makai Lemon.
It's so distracting.
It's hard for me to even talk while I'm doing it. He's talking while he's doing it. It's hard. I got to concentrate to do this shit. He was talking and doing this shit. Like he had everything down pat.
Yeah, he was licking his lips and
smolder.
You would have thought smoke was like about to like appear from his shoulders or some shit.
I don't think 7 is where you should be getting a receiver in this draft. That's just me. And I really like Makai Lemon. And if they draft any receiver at 7, I'm gonna be fine with it because it's not that these receivers aren't good. This isn't a John Ross situation where you're reaching for a receiver in the top 10 and you just made a mistake.
That ain't Darius Haywood Bay.
Right. You're not doing that.
So let's say what was his name that went to the Patriots?
Did he go in the first round?
Who?
Darius Haywood Bay.
Yeah,
he went like top 10 to the like Al 7. Davis. That's when Al Davis, if you ran a fast 40, Al Davis would take you top 10.
Yeah, he was like 7th overall in that.
Yeah, he went like 7th or 8th.
Former Terp.
Yep, definitely. But he should had no business being in the first round.
Just like John Ross had no business being the first top 10 pick.
Are you thinking of N'Keal Harry?
Thank you. Yeah. This is N'Keal Harry that went in the first round.
He went very into the first round.
He went
very
back
end
of it, but
he was like the 32nd pick or something like that when the Patriots went to the Super Bowl.
And then a few years before that,
I liked them coming out of Arizona State.
Oh, you're talking about Kevin White.
Oh, Kevin White
on the Bears.
Kevin White.
That too. Yeah.
Damn, I thought he was.
I love Kevin White. I thought he was about to be. I thought he was about to be the.
We all did, man.
I swore by Kevin White.
Bro. Okay. Give me your one guy that you thought for sure was about to be the next best thing in the league, and you were wrong.
Josh Rosen. I thought Josh Rosen was going to
Josh Rosen.
I thought Josh Rosen was going to be that shit,
bro. You could not tell me that Tavon Austin wasn't about to be the greatest football player ever.
Best highlight tape ever. Best highlight tape of all time.
Tavon Austin's highlight tape from West Virginia, bro. You've never seen anything like that in your life. You couldn't tell me Tavon Austin was about to come turn the league upside down, bro.
As soon as that music come on, hairs on your arms stand up. That's how epic that shit is, bro. That's one of the dopest sports videos of all time.
Bro, you couldn't tell me shit about Tavon Austin. That game he had against Oklahoma, 500 yards of all-purpose offense.
Oh my God!
Are you kidding me? He wasn't even really a running back. They put him at running back that night, and he had 300 yards rushing. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing about Tavon Austin, bro. I swear to you. You didn't have one.
I had a bunch. I had a bunch. I'm trying to narrow it down.
What'd you say, Rico?
I was trying to narrow mine down. I got a bunch.
What's your biggest one?
I was gonna say I wanted to see Johnny Manziel do well because he was just fun to root for back in the day. So
college,
so I'd probably say him. He was athletic, dual threat, had the swag back then and all that, but he just didn't take the game seriously. Didn't watch film. What was the thing they gave him, like a tape? He was supposed to watch it, like a CD or something.
That wasn't him. That was Jamarcus.
That was just Jamarcus. That was Jamarcus.
Russell. Okay.
He watched a damn second of that joint.
They gave him a blank. They gave him a blank CD and said, "Hey, go watch this." And then he came back and was like, "Yeah, I watched it. I watched it."
He was just leaving.
That's terrible. That's
Johnny Manziel was like the greatest white privilege of all time. You've never seen a father come out in an interview and say, "My son's an alcoholic," and the dude still went first round in the draft, bro. He said, like, buyers beware, don't draft my son. And it's not like he was some estranged from his family person. Like, he was still there with his family. Like, yo, my son's an alcoholic. No one cared. The Browns be browning, bro.
Facts.
I'm gonna say Commanders. I really thought Sean Deion Hamilton was gonna turn into something. And then overall, I was big on Trey Lance. Man.
I did. I was too.
I was sad when we didn't get Trey
Lance. Well, you were big on Malik Willis. He's starting to turn it around.
Oh, yeah, that too. That was a miss. And then, I don't know. Like, whatever he about to go to right now, that situation, it might go right back to where he was.
Yeah, I feel for him. He got set up.
I thought Justin Blackmon was going to be it too.
I was never a Justin Blackmon fan, but I could understand why.
Yeah, I thought he was about to be him in the league, bro.
Then he had that 200-yard game too. Like, yeah, he looked like he was about to come in and do some damage. I thought I was going to be wrong about him.
Oh yeah, Jeff Okudah, because a lot of people were like, I did think
Jeff. I thought Jeff was going crazy.
Yeah, and we could potentially really sign him for at least camp since he's a former Viking, Durante Jones guy. But I remember some people were in the minority wanting him over Chase Young at the time. There was some people arguing that.
Yeah. I mean, shit, I remember Fred Smoot was trying to convince anybody that would listen to take Isaiah Simmons. Like, okay, guy.
Oh, I thought Isaiah Simmons might work out too. I missed on that one.
Someone said in my stream
I knew
earlier,
he wasn't physical, but
someone said in my stream earlier, Sonny Styles, Isaiah Simmons. I was like, yeah, I don't see that at all.
Yeah, nah.
No.
If anybody would have
Way
been
more
that,
physical.
it would have been Arvell Reese. If you were trying to look at it like a guy that's kind of positionless, that you're trying to figure out what to do with him. But even that ain't Arvell Reese. These
active,
yeah, that different body types, you know, like, and the physicality is way different, you know.
Yeah. And then even though this guy was a UDFA, I really wanted Thaddeus Moss to make some noise.
Our fan base was disgusting with Thaddeus Moss. I was trying to oh my God.
He was coming off that natty too, boy. You couldn't tell our fan base Nathan, bro. He was Randy Moss' son. What?
That boy ain't got none of his father's. He ain't get none of his father's genetics, man.
Yeah, he got all the mom shit. All the mom.
Didn't he have 3 tutties in the national championship game?
Yeah, he was crazy.
He
never saw the end zone again.
That was all Joe B.
Fan base was disgusting. We got our tight end of the future. Like, we got the one best undrafted free agent. And oh my God, it was disgusting, bro.
Yeah, no, they went crazy. They definitely went crazy on that one. That was funny. Yikes. Good times, man. Good times.
Good topic too. Great question. Yeah.
Good times.
Great question. Brought up a lot of pain.
Look, man, we all go through it.
Very slowly.
Man, it was only. I'm sticking to it. It was only the injuries.
Chosen Rosen, bro. This man, Josh Rosen's probably like an astrophysicist or some shit now, but I thought he was about to be the one.
Yeah, he was talking cold hard cash when they drafted him. Like, all these teams that passed on me are gonna pay. Hey, man, I thought he got a raw deal though too.
Yeah, he was with Steve Wilkes, right? Was he there with Steve Wilkes? Got the 1 year.
It was the worst situation for him. He was set up to fail, but he wasn't. I don't think he was. He wasn't shit. He wasn't shit. The Magician, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Oh, excuse me. Carve WYD, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes Downs, Love, or Styles? That I would love to be one of those 3 guys. That's what it should be.
That's the best case scenario. One of them.
That's what it should be. That's what it should
be.
But
if I had to choose, if I have to choose, I'm still probably leaning Love.
That's without question.
But that's I would love all 3 though. So those are A pluses. All 3 of those are A pluses.
Love get to 7. You can go ahead and turn that thing in, even though I'm cool with Downs or Styles as well. But Love get there. Yeah, go ahead and turn that in. And Jaden and Love, most dynamic thing the league has seen in a minute.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Jeremiah Love for me too. And then Downs after that for me.
The Magician. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the dime. Who writes, Kangs, my philosophy at 7 is to keep beefing up the defense. Imagine Jaden finally having a defense, potentially getting the ball at midfield on drives. What we can do even with this offense, HTTC.
Then imagine we get a kicker where Jaden, all he got to do is get it to the 50-yard line. That kicker that had that pro day that ran the 4.47 and made a 70-yarder.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Me and my wife had a real conversation about, do you trust a black kicker?
I don't. That's bad, especially one that could run 4.5. That's bad life decisions, bro. Like, you didn't have, that means you ain't have no real ones in your circle, nobody in the family. Like, bro, you can't run a route, you can't cover, you can't, like, you kicking? Did you play soccer?
He did play soccer though. Like, we dove deep into this man's background because I'm
glad you said that. I'm glad
there's at least some soccer.
Yeah,
I'm glad you said that because it was about to be very bad life decisions for me.
I'm intrigued by this guy. Now, he does not have major college football kicking experience, so that worries me. He's never kicked in a high pressure situation.
Oh yeah,
I would at least like to see him go to like Ed's league first and have some success there.
You were there for fake field goal attempts, bro.
Yeah,
you were about to run.
Then bring him back on some Brandon Aubrey type shit. Yeah, but I need to see it first. But I'm intrigued, man. Like, for a fact he's on some Brian Moorman shit at the Pro Bowl with Sean Taylor. Like, we definitely faking some punts and some field goals where he's taking off, right? With 4 or 5 speed.
I'm definitely not bringing him in the kick, bro. Hey, you the holder's about to toss this shit to you. Get loose, Boogie. Let's go.
Remember, we were 3rd in DVOA in special teams last year. You get a weapon added to that? Come on now.
So Jalen Lane,
Tressway behind the back. Hee hee.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No look special over the shoulder. He gone. William Rogers Jr., thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. And just to go back to the magician, that's why turnovers are so important for this defense to force. Like, that's something that Jaden just hasn't had at his disposal in any one of the 2 years he's been in the league to this point, is getting short fields. We can't even ask the defense to punt the football. Tressway does a tremendous job of punting the football and pinning teams inside. We can't even ask them to get a stop, a 3 and out after pinning a team at the 7-yard line. They always at least get 1 or 2 first downs to flip the field position back. So could you imagine if you get a defense that's able to create turnovers, get off the field in those type situations, and Jaden's, and we have can we just force like teams to punt so that Jalen Lane can get more opportunities?
He would have been a Pro Bowler last year if our defense was halfway decent.
He might have been an all-pro last year.
All-pro for sure.
Yeah,
if the defense was half decent last year. So I'm with you on that, the magician.
Yeah, 2 punt returns is really good. Like, really, really good.
We were talking crazy. If he got to the 3rd one, he was an all-pro last year.
And if he didn't get hurt, he might have got to the 3rd one.
Might have gotten it. That sucked when he got hurt because I didn't have nothing left last year. I didn't have nothing left.
I agree. There was nothing else to look forward to.
Yeah,
yep.
That was it. They took the one thing. I was like, man, this season sucked.
It was phasing out. Bill, Trey was hurt. Like Luke was hurt. Lane hurt. Like, bro, what?
They took everything from us last year.
Anything that we could look forward to, like, well, at least this young guy getting the meaningful reps.
Nope.
Nah, nothing.
Nope.
And then the guys that were healthy, Dan Quinn just refused to play them just for whatever reason.
Yeah, it was sick, man. It was sickening last year.
Because we had an NFC East tournament to win. Eyes up the prize, fellas.
I'll never forgive Dan Quinn for that. He literally has to win a Super Bowl for me to forgive him for that.
Man, the NFC East Invitational Tournament, boy. That shit was nasty at the end of the season.
Because that's not even a laughing matter for me, man. I'm still mad at him for that.
Double elimination.
We lost, but we're not lost.
I forgot he said, all right, Dan Quinn.
Rio's face says it all right now.
I just got mad all over again.
Well, Rico, don't forget the press conference. They were like, were y'all going to tank? And Dan Quinn said, heck no.
Yeah. Like, man, we could have been.
He did say that.
Right now. We could have been top 5 right now. William Rogers Jr., thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, I think Delane has a chance to be top 5 at his position. Run the card to the podium. That's what Rico basically said. Heard someone compare Delane to Quinyon Mitchell as a rookie. I'll be honest with you. I was really high on Quinyon. The only thing I could question about Quinyon when he was coming out was the level of competition. Mm-hmm. You can't question that with Delane, to Ed's point. This man played in the SEC. Against
that's why he transferred. Like, he was great at Virginia Tech, but and Virginia Tech has put out great draft prospects, but he wanted a chance at, similar to how like David Bailey, when we're trying to, say like, oh, David Bailey deserves to go really high. He could play well at the NFL level. We refer to his Oregon playoff game. If he didn't have that game, I think there would still be a lot of questions for him. And Delane was chasing that with hoping LSU may be able to at least get to the playoffs so he can be under the bright lights and everybody can see him going against top receivers.
He went to a program with some motion, you know what I'm saying? And more eyes on him. And now he's a national treasure in the draft community.
In Virginia Tech, we're getting our motion back.
Yeah, James Franklin in the building. Hey.
We're going to see what that turns into. Y'all got to get y'all QB first because that shit y'all been putting out there has been nasty here of late. But I agree. I don't necessarily run the card to the podium, but he's in the mix for me. Like, I would have zero qualms with him being a pick at 7. I would be all in on him at 7 if that's the direction they decided to go in. JP, our guy, John Perez, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, why did Daniel effing Quinn have to go for a meaningless Week 18 culture win versus the Eagles Pee Wee squad? That's what I'm going to call him from going forward. Again, I gotta remind y'all that part of the reason the Eagles got eliminated from the playoffs in Wild Card Weekend is because we beat them in Week 18. The Bears lost in Week 18, and if we hadn't beaten them, they would have been a number 2 seed, and they would have got Green Bay instead of San Francisco in Wild Card Weekend. And who knows? I don't think that Eagles team was going to go far, but you just never know. We've seen them win games with their defense, et cetera, et cetera. We contributed to that. So I'll just say that, but I'm with y'all. Like, put all of that aside. We definitely didn't have to win that game. And we didn't want to win that game. And it hurts even more so now that you sit here at 7, even though I think 7's a good spot in this draft. It's not as good as 4 or 5. So Jose Martin, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Jose writes, I think ultimately it will be a mistake passing on Caleb Downs. We always talk about having blue chip players. He is that. Yeah. I think Caleb Downs is, I think he's one of the safest players you can take in the top 10 that still gives you that blue chip feeling.
Exactly. Perfect combination.
Yeah. I don't think there are many guys where you feel, he's a safe pick, but safe guys usually don't turn into all pros. Maybe Pro Bowlers. He's got a chance to be an all pro player. So I definitely see where you're coming from with Caleb Downs for sure. Cole Old Man Geo, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, if you had to take an offensive player and Love is off the board, would you take Kenyon Sadiq over the receivers and have 2 tight ends that could go crazy, run after, catch yards? Yeah, I don't see them doing that. Just off the strength of they love their tight end position. And they already have 4 tight ends now. If you count Colson Yankoff as a part of that group, which you should because they love him on special teams, they're not going to do that. They didn't pay Chig that money to have him be featured in 2 tight end sets with Kenyon Sadiq. But I would love it. What would you guys love to see that?
I would love it. Oh, you go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. That would be a fun idea. I mean, to have that, like, you think about how the Ravens have Mark Andrews and likely the last couple of years, those 2 guys were way more athletic than Mark Andrews. But no, that would be fun. That would be a fun tight end group for Jayden. Because we have Vernon Davis. We had a nice duo at one point with 2 guys who could get open, but they're probably not going to spend pick 7 on a tight end. Yeah, like you said, they spent the money on Chig, and they love Ben Sinnott with a passion.
Mm-hmm.
They want to get him more involved. They like John Bates. They just paid John Bates to block. And then, they do have Yankoff. They got Cager on the practice squad. So, yeah, no, they're not going to take Kenyon. But, no, like I said, that would be great for Jayden. I would love anything offense to help Jayden. I'm never sticking my nose up at it. But it's not going to happen. We all know that.
Yeah, I mean, I would love it as well. But to Lou's point, yeah, they're not going to do that. The money they're paying Chig, and they want John Bates on the field a lot, along with Ben Sinnott, who's got, we're projecting him to be more of a fullback, but there's going to be 2 or 3 tight ends on the field a lot anyway before you get Kenyon Sadiq. So I think they will more so lean towards wide receiver.
Yeah, for sure. So you can dream if you like. It's not going to happen. Mr. Deacon, sir. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Mr. Deacon, sir, writes, running back itself, not necessarily a need, but an offensive weapon is. And that's exactly what J Love is. Gives you BPA and fills a position of need. Win-win to me. I don't disagree with that, which is why I think so many of us are all in on Jordan Love. What do you guys think about that? Running back, not a need, but he's an offensive weapon, and this team clearly needs more of those.
I've literally said that in the video. I was like, we don't need a running back, but everybody needs Jeremiah Love. Unless you have Bijan Robinson or Saquon Barkley or Jahmyr Gibbs or Christian McCaffrey, every team in the NFL needs Jeremiah Love. And to that point, he's more of a weapon. I mean, you can literally send him out as a receiver. I think he's literally just more athletic Christian McCaffrey, a bigger, taller Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, you can use him in the receiving game. That's why, like, yeah, wide receiver is arguably one of our biggest weaknesses right now. But I mean, when in doubt, Chig is essentially like a big slot. We're going to utilize him a lot that way. And Jeremiah Love is going to double up as a receiver as well. Yeah. And Rashad White. Like, Rashad White, before they drafted Bucky Irvin, that guy had, 1,500 yards or something like that total? Or like 500 or something being receiving. So he can take a lot of carries and touches if you need him to. But the Buccaneers, just after he did it, literally the year after he had 1,500 total yards, they drafted Bucky Irvin and just refused to give him the ball as much.
Yep.
Yeah, he's just a weapon. I mean, you look at the 98-yard run he had against Indiana in 2024, just plays like that. We just don't have a lot of home run hitting guys on the roster. I mean, you got Chig, Terry's capable of it, Diami every other 5 games or every, one playoff game, and then the Browns game. And then the Titans 3 or 4 years ago from Carson Wentz when he caught 2 passes. But other than that, we don't really have any home run threats for the most part. We don't have guys that can hit a home run. And J Love is a guy that can do that. And, just running backs out of the backfield, like for whatever reason, we didn't throw the ball to Bill at all. You can throw the ball to Jeremiah Love more. I don't really remember a running back running a wheel route last year either. Like I didn't really see that. So I want to see something like that too. They need to incorporate that with Jeremiah Love. David Blau needs to incorporate that because I didn't see that at all. I see teams do that all the time, but we didn't do that at all.
Facts, big facts.
That's a great point.
Big facts. Harry Denby.
They do it to us all the time.
All the time. I mean, we saw Bobby Wagner and what was the stress that was being put on him with backs out of the backfield last year. I saw Jordan Love run a route out of the backfield. It was like an angle bench route. Like running backs don't run those types of routes. Like, and it looked like a receiver was running a route. I'm like, the things you can do with this guy is insane. I just want the option. I think I asked you guys this before, but wouldn't it be more crushing to the fan base if he's available and they don't take him?
Yeah. Oh, I'd be sick. I'd be sick.
And so I think that's another thing that kind of gets into the equation for me, is because Adam Peters has done so much this offseason to repair what felt like a damaged relationship with some of the fan base, right? They blamed him a lot for what transpired last season, right?
It's a good point. Great point.
And he went out, did what he did in free agency, and he's started to build that rapport back, that trust. If Jeremiah Love is available at 7 and you pass on him for fill in the blank, and it really doesn't matter, I think, in the eyes of most of the fan base, there's going to be a large contingency of this fan base this is an unforgivable act. He's become sort of a folklore figure, right? Cult-like in terms of, fans wanting him to be the pick here. If he's not and he's available, the guy you pick better be damn good and fast. And then Jeremiah Love can't go out and be what everybody thought he was going to be either. So that's going to be really interesting if he's on the board and he doesn't get picked. Harry Denby, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the dime. who writes, Kings,
Appreciate it.
Laramie's doc inspires me and my big back to go shirtless at the beach this summer. Believe in love at 7, fellas. We all do. We'll see. Mikey plus 2027 third for BTJ. Boy. Everybody's trying to give away picks next year. I'm not a fan of it, but would you guys do that? I don't think Jacksonville would take that deal first and foremost. That's not.
Yeah, I don't think they would.
Mikey in a third next year doesn't equal up to I don't even think that equals a second necessarily, let alone a first, which is what they're probably asking for, at least a first.
Yeah, as much as I love Jeremiah Love, man, first of all, I'm starting to grow more belief that he'll just already be there.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel crazy in the scenario that you traded up for him, he would have been there anyway.
Yeah.
And then also it's just not worth it. The value of that third round pick, especially when we're projecting in next year's draft, that player plus Caleb Downs is more value, I would argue, than Jeremiah Love by himself.
What about you, Ed?
Yeah, another trade. Yeah, like you said, I don't think it's going to be enough to get him. And then, especially since they saw what Jalen Waddle went for, teams are going to, be like, oh man, they're going to want more. They're going to want something similar to that from BTJ, possibly. But if Love is there at 7, yeah, I definitely would take him. It's between him and Bailey. Those are the two guys that I don't think will really drop to 7, but if one of them's there, it's like, yeah, you got to take them.
Those are my top 2 guys in the draft for the Commanders. So if somehow one of the 2 are there, Bailey's first, Love is second. If either one of them are there, those are my picks. You don't have to ask me what would I do if fill in the blank is there. If Bailey's there, he's first. If Love is there, he's second. And if there's no Bailey and Love's there, then he goes to number 1. Right?
Yeah, the more I think about it, I think I'm a Bailey, Love, and then Downs, and then Styles, probably.
Yeah.
But they're really close to each other, but that's probably where I'm at.
Yeah. I go back and forth on Styles and Downs. I think I would take Styles, first, but you're splitting hairs.
It's so close.
It's very close. It's very close. Hey man. If confidence is everything, bro. Confidence is everything. You want to take your shirt off at the beach, man? Show off your big back, man. Do your thing, bro. Yeah. Confidence is everything, man.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Confidence is everything. Statty, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, trade back and get Lemon and a second. 5 needs weapons. Again, trading back takes 2. Takes 2.
Yeah.
Can you find a partner? Who's trading up? How far are you going back? What are you receiving in terms of compensation? And what's on the board is always going to be the question. What are you trading away from? Who was available at the time of you trading back? Because I always have to remind fans who love trading back. We traded back and selected Ryan Kerrigan. You know who we traded back and missed out on taking? J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt, yeah.
So trading back isn't always the best thing because you want more picks. A more recent example of that is look at all the guys that we passed over trading back from what were we 11 right that year when we traded back.
Yeah, Jahan Dotson, Cole Turner, B-Rob, Sammy. Yep.
You talking about missing out on Kyle Hamilton, Jameson
Williams?
I was sick.
Yeah, Jameson Williams.
Chris Olave.
Chris Olave was who they were coming up to take, which that would have been an option for us. And then don't forget Trent McDuffie was in that mix too. Right. So,
I was sick. Before we even took Jahan Dotson, I was sick. It didn't matter who we took.
Who we took, right? At that point, you was just mad. Yeah. So trading back isn't always, and I was a fan of trading back in that draft. I was, even though I knew we were going to be passing up, and I loved Trent McDuffie in that draft. But I was a fan of trading back, and look what it got us. I think I'm a bit scarred from that too. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of just trading back just to pick up more picks. I'm cool with where we're at. But again, we'll see what happens. Abel Ambrosio, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you.
Appreciate
our guy Double A, thank you for the dime, who writes, "What up, fellas? Talking about ball. If y'all had to create a starting five, including y'all, what one NBA player, either all time or current, would you guys add to the squad? And man, prayers to Moses Moody. Yeah, man, that torn patella tendon was rough.
Yeah.
So create a starting five, including y'all. What? Oh wow. So it would be us four, is what you're saying?
For one person.
And then add one more NBA player, past or present. Oh my
I guess
God.
we naturally would need Ed's tall, but we would naturally need a center.
I would think
I was thinking like Shaq.
Shaq. It would have to be.
You're
Shaq.
literally Shaq. Please, Shaq.
We would get cooked with any other player but Shaq. We'd have at least a fighting chance. We could just dump it down to Shaq. If we can shoot, they can't just double and triple team him because we can space the floor, right? Ed could be the cutter, right? Because Ed can finish at the rim. So he could be having little duck downs and cutting to the basket. And I think we'd have a shot with Shaq. As much as I would love to add a Jordan or LeBron type, I think you got to go with Shaq, man.
Pick and roll, triangle offense.
Yeah. I think that's what we'd have to do. Because I can definitely be Big Shot Bob in that equation. I could be the John Paxson, the Steve Kerr. I can knock down shots. So I could definitely shoot. So he would be able to, if they try to double him, I'm on that side. Just kick it to me.
I'll kick it to the corner.
I'll knock it down. So yeah, it'd be Shaq. What guy would you guys add?
It's got to be Shaq.
Yeah.
Shaq.
I can feel in the playmaking. I can make moving middies and all that type of moving threes. That's my bag. But that paint, man, I ain't got. And I hate it too because I'm 6 foot flat. You typically play pickup games. People want me to be the center. I am not a center, bro. Like you said, I'm like a Monte Ellis type guy. I don't know.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
I do step back threes and stuff. Yeah. I'm horrible with post moves. I don't have the footwork. I'm liable to take 3 steps trying to turn around. I'm good, bro. I don't want none of that.
Yeah. That was the problem growing up, right? Because I just stopped growing at like 10. Like I was the same height I am now.
At like 13, 14.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna be 6'5", but you couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna be a hooper, bro. I was playing basketball my whole life. And then I was like, yo, I'm gonna be 6'5". I'm gonna be this dope ass 2 guard. They ain't gonna be able to stop me. And then I just stopped growing, bro. I was like, man, I might have to go play this baseball, man. This basketball shit ain't for me no more. Because I just stopped growing. And when I was growing up, I always had to play the 4 or the 5 because I was taller than everybody else. So I had developed those type of skills initially. And then as you get older and everybody pass you, that's when you had to develop some other skills. Because I'm like you, Rio, like Rico. I want to play 4. I want to shoot, right? I want to shoot from the perimeter. They want me to
Monte Ellis, think Reggie Jackson, just a bucket. That's all. That's literally all I got for you. That's literally all I got. That's all I got. Nerf Tyrese Maxey, just super nerf. I'm just a
Tyrese Maxey.
I'm 21 guy. Like you playing 21, I got you. Once we do organized or we do full court, I'm cooked. Yeah. Like I'm. If you need somebody with vision, I'm cooked. I just get buckets. If I got to think about passing, I'm nerfed.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Terry Maples, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Terry Maples writes, Lou, tell these guys I know this AP shit. With the 7th overall pick, the Washington Commanders select Sonny Styles. Pray the Titans take Love so Giants can't. Mob. I pray the Titans take Ruben Bain so he's not an option. Like they bailed us out last year. They bailed us out last year.
With the UCLA line.
Yeah, Oladejo. They got to do it one more time, man. One more solid, Tennessee. I promise I won't ask you for another favor for a minute. One more, bro. Just take Ruben Bain off our hands. I promise you, we owe you one, bro. We owe you one. We'll see.
Cam Ward, they got a relationship. So
yeah,
Ward said he's gonna get him. They're gonna get him.
Yeah, that's right. That's what he said. Every time he talks to Cam Ward, he said, "We coming to get you." Please come and get him. I beg of you, please come get this man. McAllister, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the dime. McAllister writes, "What up? What's up, Kings? It's good, McAllister.
What's good? What's good?
I like McCoy over Mansour. I like Mesidor over Bain, as do I. Carnell Tate equals Amani Toomer. Hey, going back a ways there. Easiest pick at 7 is Love, Downs, and Lemon. Skylar Bell at 71. Bring back Debo. That was a lot. McCoy over Mansour. Again,
You see, McCoy was literally the best cornerback in all of the country in 2024. We just haven't seen him. It's I can see the argument. But Mansour Delane has an underrated ceiling that I feel like he's not getting credit for. And I think him running that 40 time at the combine kind of helped with that a little bit. I feel like people act like he's just this high floor, no ceiling guy. I think he also has a great ceiling. It's not the ceiling of a Derek Stingley or Patrick Peterson to name some other LSU corners, but it's there. But Jabbar McCoy was, when I say literally the best corner in all of college football as a sophomore in 2024, I mean it.
Yeah. Yeah, we gonna see. He could throw a monkey wrench in all of this.
Yeah.
If he comes back super healthy and people can't forget, they can't unsee what he was prior to the injury. And he's fully healthy. Like, this isn't a situation where he just got hurt and you just gotta wait till he gets healthy. Like, he's completely healthy now. So, you know, just because you get hurt doesn't mean you're damaged goods. You can never be what you were, once before. So if he can showcase that he's healthy, if he can go out and run, show everybody that he's completely 100% back, he throws a really big monkey wrench in all of this. Mesidor over Bain, I've already been campaigning that. I think he's better pass rusher than Ruben Bain is. Give me Akeem Mesidor right now. I know he's 76 years old. I'm aware. But if you're talking about a guy to just jump in right now and get you 7.5 sacks next season, it's Akeem Mesidor.
Yeah. It's literally just the age. Literally just like, you just too old to be taken too high. But that is why he's going to end up going to a really good team. Where all they're missing is a really good edge rusher, and he's going to make a team way better. I can see it.
Yep. I agree.
Oh, and speaking of corners, that Leonard Moore guy out of Notre Dame, watch out for the 2027 draft. That same draft that have Jeremiah Smith and all of those guys. Yep. Leonard Moore is like that.
Yep.
That's a top 10 pick right there for sure, without question. We got these questions about Delane and Jamal McCoy. Leonard Moore, he stay healthy. That's a top 10 pick easily. Even with all of the quarterbacks, even with the edge rushers and Jeremiah Smith, that's a top 10 pick.
That's why everybody keeps saying that next year's draft is one of the best drafts, potentially, that we've seen in quite some time. Which is why I'm not an advocate. Everybody wants to give away picks. You trade a 3rd round pick, trade a 2nd round pick next year for BTJ. Nah, bro. I want all of them picks for next year.
I'm with you. No.
I want all of them picks for next year, bro. Because next year's draft is supposed to be like that. So, let me keep all my stuff for next year and we'll just rock with what we got. If anything, trade back this year and pick up picks for next year.
Please.
Pick up more picks for next year's draft. That's what
we get to 71 and we don't love what we like, what we see,
Hell yeah.
Trade back a little bit.
You could trade out of the 3rd round altogether if you so choose, because that's going to get you. You don't have a 4th round pick and you're trading out of the day. So that's going to get you a pick for next year that's juicy, right? If you trade out of the 3rd round to allow somebody to come back into the 3rd round, and we don't have like the 97th pick in the 3rd round. We have the 71st. Okay. You're pretty high in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're getting a 2nd round pick in next year's draft in return if you trade completely out of the 3rd round and allow somebody to come into the 3rd round. So again, I'm with some of that kind of, stuff, because I'm looking forward to next year's draft. Like, it's watching film now as I've started to, immerse myself in the film. You just run into dudes, you like, what What year is this?
Yeah, you're trying to watch 2026 draft guys, but these 2027 guys are flashing.
Like, yo, what the hell is this guy on? Like, oh shit, he's eligible next year. Oh my god, this guy's he's insane. You know, you're running into so many of these dudes. Rio he's high on Skylar Bell at 71, the UConn wide receiver, and I gotta watch him. I'll be honest, I haven't taken a look at him yet.
He reminds me a lot of who I really wanted last year, and the Patriots ended up getting him. The Patriots had literally the draft I wanted. Kyle Williams. I think he has a higher ceiling Kyle Williams.
Okay. All right.
From what I've seen, I haven't watched a lot of them though. Rio probably knows him better than I do, to be honest. But from the little bit I've seen, I think he's more athletic, Kyle Williams.
Yeah, I gotta watch him, but Rio is high on him at 71.
Yeah, he had a good pro day today too.
Yeah, Skylar Bell. I saw some clips from
5'9", 5'10". He's like super quick, super fast. Yeah. So yeah, I like him too at 71 if he's there. And then to answer the last statement, bring back Debo. I mean, this is free agency started March 9th, so this is day 16.
And we're already paying him $12 million to not be on the team.
Yeah, basically. So I mean, he really should be, honestly, at this point. Same thing with Jawan Jennings. I don't think they're going to get any more than $15 million per year. And I know Jawan was expecting 20 mil, something like that. And Debo was probably looking for 17, 18, 16 mil. I don't think they're going to get more than that. There's a world where I see them getting signed after the draft at this point. Like, it's been this long. I can see teams just waiting. And if they don't get a receiver they like in the third or first or second, then they may bring in Debo or Jawan. But at this point, I think they're just going to wait for the draft to add a receiver. Like I think every team is just going to wait for the draft at this point. It's like you might as well. But if I were the Commanders, I would definitely bring back Debo right now. Or you can wait for after the draft, and his value would drop down even more. At that point, in April or May, you're looking at $10 million per year, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm
71 wise. But 71 wise, you know, I'm the captain of the Ted Hurst charge, but I just don't think he's gonna make it.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like he's going to make it to 71. But remember what we were saying earlier? Like, we do the thing where no one is making it to 71.
Nobody going to. Ain't no way he going to be there.
Nobody's going to make it to 71. But
Mike Green.
Yep.
Boy, that fall, boy.
Yep. Anything can happen.
Donovan as a Raku fall was whoa. Yeah.
What about Michigan corner? Will Johnson.
Oh, that was because of injuries too, though. Yeah. But that was a crazy fall. Yeah. I didn't even think with the injuries he would fall that far.
No. So you just never know how these things go. 1 year, the Georgia linebacker, you guys, the Kobe Dean, remember? Like nobody, we didn't even know anything was wrong with him physically. So everybody was like, "Why is he still on the board?" We were like in the 3rd round or something like that, and he still hadn't been taken. And the Eagles finally took him. So you just never know draft day what happens.
The Shedeur Sanders drop.
Hell yeah, that was crazy. And people were debating whether or not he'd be a 1st round pick. The man didn't get picked to the 5th round. Like unbelievable. Big Phil, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Big Phil writes,
appreciate it.
Desmond Howard was said to be the god of wide receivers. I don't know who ever said that, but I'm a Notre Dame fan, and I didn't think he was going to be that good. I thought he was going to be better than what he ended up being, though, of course. He turned out to be a damn good returner, but absolutely didn't live up to the hype as a wide receiver for sure. And Redskins fans, know all too well. Carve, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Writes, Ron would take Kedrick Falk at 7. He would definitely be in the mix. Definitely be in the mix at 7. For
sadly.
For sure. Miggy, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Miggy writes, Sup, Kangs? Sup, Miggy? The wide receiver we desire for JD5 at 7 has to be elite, or we would be using another 1st, 2nd round pick in the 27 draft, chasing what Tate isn't. Find me a slot demon.
That's a great point.
I feel that way, like, because eventually Terry isn't going to be here whenever that happens, right? And I'm a big proponent of Terry could be here another 3-4 years, but I know not everybody's in that same frame of mind. And I get his age and everything. I just think there's a lot more tread left on those tires than people are giving Terry credit for. But
it's that
whatever
cap
the case
hit.
may be.
It's that cap hit because right now I think he's hitting this for like 17 mil or something like that. It's
Next
when
year
it goes up to 34, people are like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, right. And again, there's ways around that. You know what I mean? There's ways to lower the cap number if they want to try and lower it. You know, but whatever the case may be, if you draft Carnell Tate, Ed even said it, and Ed loves him. Ed is his number one supporter right now. Ed doesn't even think he's a 1. If you're drafting a guy that's not a 1 at 7, what are we doing here? Why are we even here? What are we doing? Like, who drafts a number 2 receiver? Willingly drafts a number 2 receiver at 7. Who does that?
Like I said, I think he'd be one of the best number 2 receivers in the NFL.
The best number 2 receivers in the NFL go in the 2nd round.
Yeah,
you don't draft
in a redraft. T. Higgins would go in the 1st round. Though.
He probably would, but he wouldn't. He still wouldn't go top 10. He wouldn't go top 10. I don't remember what his draft was. What year he came out? Was he the same draft with Joe Burrow? I believe they came out together that same year. I'm not mistaken. 2020, but. Whatever the case may be, because he got the franchise tag twice, so I think that was accurate. They came out in 2020, for 2020 together. I don't think you're taking T. Higgins in the top half of the 1st round. Like, he's a really good receiver. He'd be a number 1 maybe on some teams, but. I don't know if Carnell Tate is. I don't even know if he's T. Higgins, to be honest with you. I don't even know if he's that.
Yeah, that's more of the interesting conversation to me. Yeah,
I don't even know if he's that. So, and that slot demon you're referring to is Lemon. That's who you're talking about. And there's other guys in this draft that can be that. So we'll see. Skeeting. I'm not gonna say it all excited like I normally do. Yeah, they make fun of me. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes? Someone on Twitter said DQ needs to retire his 11s, and he loved them shits, man. At this point, I thought he was a sneakerhead. He's not. He can't be, because every time we see him, he's got those same low 11s on. So yeah, and that's cool. I don't they might be comfortable for him, you know. It is what it is, man. Shout out to DQ. Shout out to DQ. Terry Maples, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up, Terry. Who writes, Kaylavon Chason greater than Oweh. Watch the tape. Thanks, fellas. I don't know if I agree with that assessment. Clearly, the rest of the league doesn't agree.
I would say maybe the one thing I might give them is coverage. Like if them both dropping back, I'll probably lean Chase on. But other than that, I think I prefer Odafe Oweh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a hard sell for me. You'd have to convince me why you feel that way. I'm listening. My ears are open. But I've watched them both play. I know how I feel about them. And I take Odafe Oweh over Kaylavon Chason. So I'm glad he's here. I'm glad they're both here. You know, and he could hoop this year and could ultimately be brought back here. I doubt it. I don't think they're going to overinvest in the position. But this is why it is important for them to draft an edge. To Rico's point, that cupboard is bare next year, with all the guys that are going into the final year of their deals, all these expiring deals that the Commanders have at edge rusher. It's probably imperative that you draft an edge this year. If the opportunity presents itself at 7, I think you have to take it. I think you have to take it.
Yeah. I do like Clayvon's getting better though. Every year he's gotten better. He got better with the Patriots last year. Has an impact. Had a really good playoff, first round, second round, and AFC Championship game. Played really, really well. And he had a rough start of his career, and he's gotten better. So I mean, he was considered a first round bust, but he's really improved. So yeah, I don't know if he's better than Odafe, but yeah, either one, whoever, it doesn't matter to me who's better. Of course, you want Oweh to play better because he got the bigger contract. Mm-hmm. But as long as one of them, hopefully both, but as long as one of them is super impactful, then you have Dorrance coming back. So I just love the depth that we have. Like it's 10 times better than what we had. We had zero depth. You still have Dietrich Wise. You still have Javonte Jean-Baptiste rightfully coming off the bench as your third, fourth string guy, instead of Javonte Baptiste being your primary backup. And then he gets
completely agree.
I wholeheartedly
Charles Amino. It's like we got so many guys, it's like you forget because you got a platoon of a rotation of 5 or 6 guys that can get to the quarterback. Or at least stop.
And that's what you want. You want the versatility. That's what Durante Jones has been preaching. And I love it. I love what they've, built.
And then you could still add David Bailey if he's there.
Still add David Bailey without question. No hesitation. No hesitation. Big Money Sonny, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. My guy,
good,
Big
man.
Money Sonny.
Good.
Right. Someone said sneakerhead. Challenge accepted. Oh, you heard that and jumped up, boy. We know you a sneakerhead. We thought DQ was. We lied. Yeah, he lied to us. He is clearly not.
He's a Jordan 11 head.
That's it. That's it. But he like a cartoon character. He might have 6 pairs of them same birds in the closet. So
SpongeBob closet.
Big shout out to DQ though, man. Some people like, nah, don't shout his ass out. Big shout out to DQ though, man. All right, so that was the last super chat. You guys have anything you want to add before we get out of here? So let me ask y'all this before we go. We signing Akhello Witherspoon, yes or no?
I think so.
Yeah. Before the weekend. I would say before Friday, before Saturday.
Okay. Especially since we didn't bring back Noah Benogany nor Jonathan Jones. Like, we just literally need depth, and that just makes too much sense.
Yeah.
And he provides length that we don't really have in the position right now.
Correct.
And, I mean, their whole mission this offseason was to make it so where when we get to the draft, we're not desperate necessarily for any position, really outside of receiver at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's just load up on cornerback depth, and then we can take corner whenever we want to, whenever we feel like corner is the best player available at that time.
That's right. That's what this feels like, another step. And I was expecting this. I really would have been shocked if they didn't do something at the cornerback position. I've been talking about this. I said they're going to do something in phase 2 of free agency at the cornerback position. So this is not a surprise to me. I didn't know who that player would be, but I thought they would bring in some kind of veteran at corner. And honestly, you could do a hell of a lot worse than Akhello Witherspoon. So.
And I'm still surprised they haven't brought in Fabian because Durante Jones, the familiarity, and he had a good year with the Vikings too. So I'm surprised, but I do think they're gonna get this done.
I think I said this with you guys last week. I may not have. I think I did though, but I think we overrated the whole Durante Jones played under in that scheme in Minnesota with Brian Flores. Oh, they're gonna bring. Did they bring one guy over here with him? Did he go and get one single player from Minnesota and bring him over here? I don't think.
No Eric Wilson, no Javon Hargrave, no Jonathan Allen, no nothing. No Fabian Moreau.
Nothing. I don't think they brought one guy over from Minnesota. And we kept saying that. I know I was big on Eric Wilson. Oh, Eric Wilson's going to be signed here because he had a tremendous year, a career year really last year, and he could come in and help implement the defense. They didn't do any of that stuff. So I don't think they've been looking to do that. And I think this is another, signing that suggests They're not interested in bringing guys over here just because. So I got to give them credit for that. Big Phil, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Think of it doubling up rights. In today's game, what qualifies you as a number one wide receiver?
Being unguardable.
I feel like when the game's on the line, being a number one receiver is a guy that I know I can go to in those critical situations, and you're going to come through for me. And there's some number twos that, like T. Higgins, again, I said he could be a number one on certain teams. He's a guy that Joe Burrow goes to confidently in those critical situations, late in games. They need a touchdown. He's a red zone target, that sort of thing. Number one, put up numbers week in, week out. I think the consistency piece is what makes you a number one, because a number two could go off on you for 147 yards this week, 2 touchdowns, and then that man's on a milk carton for the next 3 out of 4 games, right? Or he's putting up modest numbers, 4 catches, 37 yards. Like that's not what a number one is supposed to do. This is why we've had discussions about Terry, because Terry, it's not Terry's fault, but Terry will have a game where he's got 4 catches for 36 yards. That ain't what number ones are supposed to be doing, right? And if you have one of those games, because everybody has off games, there better be a 7 for 169 to offset that shit. And there's never been that for Terry.
Never.
There's never been that for Terry. Number ones produce those types of numbers. And when the season's done, you look up and a number one receiver has 77 catches, 87 catches, 92 catches for 13, 14, 1,500 yards because of the consistency of what they've been able to do throughout the course of the season. Number twos just don't do that, right? There's lapses, there's peaks and valleys. There's a consistency that comes. Like, just think about it from a fantasy standpoint. I know a lot of y'all play fantasy. I don't, but think about it from a fantasy standpoint. When you got a number one receiver on your fantasy team, you already know I can put this guy down for X amount of points. He's gonna deliver for me, right? You're not gonna take a number two receiver and put him in your starting lineup because you don't know if he's gonna produce or not for you.
Very inconsistent.
So, for me, consistency is what qualifies you as a number one wide receiver. Like George Pickens is a great example. He had these mega games for the Cowboys, and then he also had milk carton games.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Where you just go, and that's why, while he's got number one traits, he's probably better suited to be a number two wide receiver. But he could absolutely be a number one in this league. Anybody got anything to add to that?
Nah, that's spot on for me. I think consistency definitely is the most the biggest difference between a 1 and a 2 is consistency. Because to your point, twos do have monster games occasionally, but that's the problem. It's occasional.
Yep. Timothy Swindell, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Timothy writes, Bryce Lance at 71. I got to watch him just to make sure, because, I mean, he had a really good pro day. People were going crazy over him, Goo Goo Gaga. I got to see what he's talking about. If he checks out, then I mean, the measurables are off the charts, but again, I got to see if he fits, because just because you're tall and you run fast doesn't mean you're a great option. So I got to see what he's talking about. Yeah, have y'all watched any of Bryce Lance?
No, I've heard about him. I've heard great things about him, but I haven't seen him myself.
Yeah, I got a little bit more work to do on the back end.
I've heard the 40-yard dash. He is quick. Like, he looks like a track star out there. So I have seen some of him. Of course, Trey Lance's little brother. But no, he's quick. He's fast. All that. Of course, the competition is the question mark. But I have seen, like, he does have speed, and we're looking for speed. A lot of guys, we brought in the guy from Georgia Tech. Eric Rivers is a speed guy. I'm trying to think some of the other receivers that we brought in, but yeah, we've been looking at speedy receivers. I feel like, but yeah, Bryce Lance. If you want to just have somebody run down the field and Jaden throw the ball up there, and he's down there somewhere. Yeah, Bryce Lance is definitely that guy
for sure.
He's down there somewhere is always hilarious.
It's crazy, and that'll always be legendary. He's down there somewhere. That's always gonna be crazy to me. So yeah. Big Money Sonny, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Who writes? Rico, I'm coming for my chip this year in fantasy football league.
Lord have mercy. Man, I'm awful in that league. I'm 2 straight ducks, 2 years in a row, just not even in the playoffs. Like, it's been bad.
Oh wow.
That's my worst league consistently, bro.
Yikes. What kind of a league is it?
It's a fantasy league, but it's in sleeper. But my problem is we typically draft by the time I'm in like New York or something. I have no internet.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, bro, I'm struggling. I'm like, I try to put my big board together because I know in like 2 minutes I'm gonna go in the underground part and it just be ugly. But it's no excuses. Even beyond that, my free agency pickups don't be good. I don't know what it is. That league is cursed. I'm gonna figure it out though. I'm gonna call it 3rd time's the charm. I'm gonna conquer it this year.
Hey, that's crazy.
It's been bad though.
That's rough. That's rough. Not making the playoffs is crazy.
Not even in the playoffs, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah. One last thing about Bryce Lance, he had 17 touchdowns 1 year. Looking at his numbers.
Okay.
Even at that level, that is crazy.
Yeah. Like if you're playing lower level competition, then you should be dominating. So I don't hold that against guys. If you play at a lower level, then dominate. That's what you should be doing. So, hey, 17. I don't give a damn where you playing at. 17 is a crazy number in a season.
Yeah,
so, that's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, I digress. Anything y'all got to add? Anything y'all want to add?
I don't know. Hopefully, I'm gonna say this after every stream. Hopefully, by the next stream, we got Ayuk on the roster.
Yeah,
that is not happening.
Week 3 of Ayuk watch.
We're gonna be like week 14 of Ayuk. Biggie Steve, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Biggie Steve writes, check out my nephew, Jordan White, center from Vanderbilt. He draft eligible? I'm assuming.
Yes, sir. We got to people.
Yeah, we need some help, man.
We need a lot of help.
If your nephew can hoop, man, we got a spot for him.
I just looked it up. Yeah, he's from the area. He went to DeMatha High School. He's from Largo, Maryland. So I said, we got a couple because somebody else on the last stream had somebody that
yeah. He was at what?
Please keep putting us on.
Yeah.
Especially if a center. We need a center back.
Yeah. That's what I said. Hey, if you're a hooper, man, let us know. We got a spot for him.
Please.
We definitely got a spot for
him. Please.
Yeah, he had a PFF run block grade of 89.0. So that's really good.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm not a big PFF guy, but that's great. Yeah. Rather it be that than 69 or 59.
Yeah.
Big Money Sonny. Thank you for
the
super
I guess.
Exactly. I guess. It could be worse. Big Money Sonny. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes. Shout out to the Fantasy Football League. Rico be in the toilet bowl every year, but salutes to him because he's the movie star of the group. He said you be in the toilet bowl every year.
He ain't lying. I can't say nothing bad, man. Shout out my dog Sonny, man. He is not lying.
Yikes. Oh man, that's funny. Anyway, I digress. All right. That is gonna do it for us. We appreciate y'all kicking it with us, man. Almost 3 hours. If you haven't already done so, do us a huge solid. Hit the like button. Doesn't cost you a thing. Subscribe for more great content. Turn on your notification bell so you don't miss a thing. We're gonna be back early next week. Early in the week, Monday, Tuesday. Hopefully, hit y'all one more time. And we look forward to chopping it up with y'all early next week. And then the calendar turns to April. And then we are officially in draft month. So it's crazy, man. It'll be here before you know it. Feels like it's flying by right now. Andre 67 Poggers. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, I like Tate, but he's not worth the top 10 pick. He helps. He had Jeremiah Smith. I think gonna be either Downs or Styles?
What I would say to the whole he had Jeremiah Smith thing is there's guys who have number ones but still don't do anything, as you've seen with Terry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Terry has never had. I mean, he's had like Jahan Dotson rookie year and Curtis Samuel. He was okay. I mean, that's probably the best wide receiver tandem he's had. But even like I said, Carnell had a good year before too, where he was the third guy. He was the third option. So there's a lot of times where guys have number ones next to him, and they still don't do anything. So he still was productive. But yeah, I'll let you guys go ahead too.
No, I mean, the whole number one conversation. I know there's a small sector of the base that doesn't think receiver is worth it, and it's an overvalued position to begin with. I feel like you gotta have receivers. Like you don't have to have one of the best receiving groups in the league. You don't have to have one of the top elite receivers to be productive and win big in this league, but it doesn't hurt. I mean, I feel like having a big time receiver just alleviates a ton of stress offensively. Somebody you can get the football to. It sucks when you don't have a receiver. We saw that firsthand with this team. We watched it in the Super Bowl with the Patriots. When you don't have someone you can get the ball to who can win one-on-one matchups, separate, present himself as a target to the quarterback, it's tough. It's tough. But again, I feel like I'm a broken record at this point. I don't want to spend the 7th overall pick on any receiver in this draft. That's just where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I'm good on it too.
So, all right. So, with that said, we are going to get out of here, and we look forward to chopping it up with you guys next week. Until then, y'all know what this is, man. If you're coming at these Kings, you best not miss. Y'all know what it is. There it is. DC Defenders back in the area. Ed, put the pillow on. Y'all know what time it is, man. We are out. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Gabe, man.
Oh, man.
Gabe about to be on the tube again.
Oh, there's one more. Big Money Sonny.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We back. Big Money Sonny.
That's a new one. That's a new one. We ain't never did that before.
Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Good catch, Ed.
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate that.
He said, yo, apologies if y'all covered this. Been busy. Thoughts on JSN's contract? It's absurd.
Oh, no, we did not talk about that.
We didn't, but that's the going rate now. Like, the next contract is the biggest contract. And if you like that, you're going to get paid. Do you know at one point this man was on pace to have well over 2,000 yards receiving?
Yeah,
like,
we were halfway through the
off.
season. Like, he about to break some records.
Oh, yeah, he was going to smash them. It wasn't just break them. He was going to smash them joints. Like, they had to put the brakes on this man because at one point he was on pace for like 2,400 yards receiving.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, like, yeah, it's an absurd contract, but they're just going to get bigger. The salary cap went up over $20 million this year. The money's just going to get more and more outrageous if you're just looking up and you look at the contracts. But he's like that, man. He was the best player on the best team this season. So
that's true. And I mean, and his contract's going to look like a steal in a year or two. Once George Pickens is about to get paid. He might get paid before the season even ends. And I mean, everybody that's going to come through, his contract is not even going to be number one anymore. It's going to be like probably 5th or 4th pretty soon. But then like from like a year from now, he'll be like the 5th probably highest paid guy. Anyway.
Exactly. That's how these things go. So it's an absurd amount now. And then you look up 2 years from now, he's the 7th highest paid receiver in the league. So, yeah, but he's like that though. He's like that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and the age, you don't have to
super young.
Age,
super young.
So, and he's He's gonna get better too, which is scary. He's capable of getting even better, which is the scary.
Just scratching the surface.
Yeah,
You're not wrong.
that is true.
Yeah,
We have not seen the best of him
at all. All right, now we are out of here.
Right, they're gonna do it again on purpose.
Probably. You know how they do. Hey, one more time. Shout out to Gabe, man. He about to be playing for a DC team.
Yeah, there we go. We gave him a job. We gave him a job.
Shout out to the one.